truck stop. Almost got smacked by a big truck. Speeding through the truck stop. A life floats away. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Let's go. Another beautiful day out here on the open road. I got me a nice surprise this morning. Let me show you what's up. What we got? We got to go to work, baby. Gotta go to work. Let's get it. Yeah, buddy. I'll do it, y'all. Yeah. Go get one. You know you want it. Things are gonna get sweet today. About the same billing problem 5 months in a row. Wow, it's so good.
is Adam Ferrari, Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us at our next investor webinar, where you can drill deeper into our 9 to 13% annual interest rate bond offerings and see how our company has become an emerging leader in the oil and gas industry. In 2024, Phoenix Energy rose to
Imagine waking up every single day with absolute control, not over others, but over yourself. The power to silence distractions, to overcome doubts, and to command your mind like a seasoned general leading his army. This is not just discipline, this is mastery. The kind of mastery that carves out empires, shapes destinies, and transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Are you ready to take command? Because once you do, your day and your life will never. In just a few moments, I'll show you how to develop unbreakable discipline, a power so strong it allows you to master your mind and command your day with absolute authority. The power of discipline in shaping your future. Discipline is the master key that unlocks the moment. It is the invisible hand that molds raw potential into tangible results. Without discipline, ambition is nothing more than a fleeting thought, a spark without a flame. You must understand that every great empire, every towering legacy was built brick by the mortar of self-control. Discipline is not simply about sacrifice, it is about deliberate action, the kind that propels you forward even when comfort whispers for you to stop. Think of discipline as the compass that guides you through the fog of distraction. In a world that hits you with noise and temptation, your ability to remain steadfast becomes your greatest asset. Through discipline, you master your destiny. It allows you to break free from the shackles of procrastination, to rise above fleeting desires, and to forge a path that is entirely your own. Understand this. Discipline is the difference between wishing for success and achieving it. It is the steel thread that runs through the fabric of every great accomplishment. And if you wish to own your day, you must first own your mind.
Stop that shit.
Standing before a block of marble. His vision is clear. He sees the masterpiece hidden within, but to bring that masterpiece to life, he must chip away, stroke by stroke, day by day. This is the essence of discipline. Consistent, focused effort that transforms vision into reality. Without it, the marble remains unshaped, the masterpiece unrealized. But with it, the sculptor wields power over stone, just as you wield power over your own fate. Every decision you make is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. When you practice discipline, you paint with purpose. You don't allow distractions to muddy your vision. You don't permit procrastination to blur your lines. Instead, you press forward with intention, knowing that every sacrifice is an investment in your future. The moments you resist temptation are the moments you carve out your legacy. Discipline is not a cage that restricts you. It is the key that sets you free. Free from the tyranny of impulsiveness, from the trap of short-term gratification, and from the chains of regret. It grants you the power to choose your destiny, to build your future on a foundation of purpose and persistence. And when the storms of life arise, as they inevitably do, it is discipline that anchors you, that keeps you steady when all else sways. So understand this, discipline is not your enemy, it is your ally. Embrace it, cultivate it, and it will shape not just your days, but your entire life. For it is the quiet force behind every success story, the unyielding hand that turns dreams into achievements. With discipline, there are no limits, only horizons waiting to be reached. Mind mastery, the foundation of discipline. Your mind is the fortress where all battles are lost. If you cannot master your thoughts, you cannot master your actions. Discipline begins with the ability to control what you think about, to direct your focus only on what serves your greater purpose. It is the power to reject the whispers of doubt, to silence the noise of mediocrity, and to amplify the voice of conviction within you. Most people drift through life enslaved by their impulses, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them, but not you. You are here because you recognize that true power lies in mastering your mind. When you decide what thoughts you entertain, you decide what actions you take. And when you master those actions, you control your destiny. Every great leader, every innovator, every trailblazer understood this simple truth. He who controls his mind controls his life. Imagine your mind as a grand castle, fortified against the storms of distraction and doubt. The walls are built with the bricks of your beliefs, and the gates are guarded by your discipline. What you allow through those gates determines the course of your life. If you permit fear and negativity to enter, they will take root and spread. But if you stand guard and allow only thoughts of purpose, strength, and resolve, you will become unshakable. The great warriors of history did not conquer through mere strength. They conquered through mental mastery. They understood that before a single step is taken on the battlefield, the mind must be fortified. They trained their thoughts as rigorously as they trained their bodies, because they knew that even the sharpest sword is useless in the hands of a wavering mind. When you master your mind, you master your time. You no longer waste precious moments on trivial distractions. Your focus becomes razor sharp, your actions deliberate and powerful. You do not react, you create. You do not drift, you direct. Think of your mind as both a sanctuary and a battleground. In its depths,
What you do not want is affirmations. So every morning I start my day by asking myself something like 20.
is both a sanctuary and a battleground. In its depths, ideas are born, dreams are nurtured, and visions are forged. But it is also where fear is seated, doubt festers, and insecurity takes root. If you do not guard your thoughts with the vigilance of a warrior, you risk losing ground to forces that seek to shackle your potential. Discipline is your shield, focus is your sword. This mastery over the mind is not achieved overnight. It's daily practice, through deliberate choices to resist distractions, to reject negativity, and to pursue your goals with unwavering focus. It is the decision to rise early when comfort urges you to sleep longer, to work diligently when distractions beckon, and to push forward when others are content to rest. These moments of mental fortitude compound you into someone who does not merely to life, but commands it. The battle is not fought outside of you. It is fought within the walls of your mind. Master it, and you will master your destiny. Fortify your thoughts, strengthen your focus, and let nothing breach the gates of your purpose. For your mind is your fortress, and from it you shall build your legacy. The art of resilience, rising above adversity. Discipline is not merely about consistency. It is about resilience, the ability to get up after every fall, to press forward when the world says stop. Adversity is the true test of discipline. It is easy to be disciplined when the skies are clear and the path is smooth. But when the storms of life come crashing down, that is when true discipline is revealed. To master discipline, you must embrace hardship as a necessary ingredient for growth. Every setback is a lesson, every failure a stepping stone. It is in those moments of struggle that you have the opportunity to forge your character, to rise above mere existence and embrace true power. Resilience is the armor of discipline, and with it you become unstoppable. Consider the blacksmith hammering away at raw iron. The iron is heated, bent, and struck repeatedly, yet it does not break. Instead, it grows stronger, more resilient with every blow. Discipline works in the same way. Each challenge, each moment of resistance, tempers your willpower. What may seem like suffering is, in reality, the fire that hardens your spirit. When life tests your resolve, understand that it is not punishment, it is preparation. The storms that seem intent on breaking you are merely shaping you, refining your character to withstand greater challenges. With each struggle, your capacity to endure expands. This is the essence of resilience, the unyielding strength to persist, to rise, and to thrive in the face of adversity. Discipline does not demand perfection, it demands persistence. It is the ability to show up day after day, regardless of the obstacles before you. When setbacks arise, discipline drives you to adjust your course, not abandon it. It is the force that keeps you moving forward when the path grows steep and the weight becomes heavy. Understand this: adversity is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. Through it, you discover the depth of your own strength. When you learn to see struggle as an opportunity rather than a burden, you unlock the true power of discipline. You stop merely So, let
What's going on here? Power to the dash? Did this. She's still charging herself. Just the radio. That overhead unit, that's what I need.
struggle, you become unbreakable, and when you become unbreakable, you become unstoppable. Setting is discipline without goals, directionless. It is like setting sail without a destination. To truly master discipline, you must first define your purpose. What is it that you want to achieve? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? These questions are the seeds of discipline. When you have a clear vision of your goals, discipline becomes the bridge that connects your dreams to your reality. Goal setting is the act of creating a map for your discipline to follow. It allows you to measure your progress, to adjust your course, and to stay committed even when the path gets difficult. A disciplined mind knows that every small action taken toward a goal is a step closer to mastery. When you set your goals, you declare to the universe that you are ready to claim your destiny. Vision is a brick placed with purpose. Without the blueprint, the crew would work in chaos, never knowing if they were building something meaningful or merely moving stones. But with clear goals, every step is part of a grand design. There is power in knowing what you want and where you are going. It eliminates distractions, silences doubts, and strengthens results. When obstacles arise, and they inevitably will, your goals serve as a compass, keeping you aligned with your purpose. Discipline, then, is the relentless pursuit of that purpose, the commitment to move forward even when progress is slow and challenges appear insurmountable. The difference between mere existence and meaningful achievement is the clarity of one's goals and the discipline to pursue them. Those who drift aimlessly are like ships without sails, at the mercy of the winds of circumstance. But those who set goals and cultivate discipline steer their own course, undeterred by the storms of life. They do not hope for success, they command it through deliberate action.
Are you like the millions of Americans who have recently opened up their auto insurance bill only to ask the question, what the heck's going on here? Over the last 2 years, car insurance rates in some cases have near
Deliberate action. Understand this. When you set your goals, you activate a powerful force within you. Your mind begins to seek out solutions, to identify opportunities, and to align your actions with your intent. Discipline then becomes not a burden, but a vehicle of empowerment, driving you toward your destiny with purpose and precision. So, take the time to set your goals with clarity and conviction. Write them down, envision them daily, and build your actions around them. Discipline is the engine, but goals are the map. With both, you are unstoppable. You, the captain of your arc of your future, and the master of habit formation. The bedrock of discipline is not a single act. It is a habit. And habits are the bricks with which the fortress of your mind is built. The actions you repeat, whether conscious or unconscious, become the foundation of your life. To master discipline, you must first master your habits. Choose them wisely, for they are the invisible architects of your destiny. It requires conscious effort to choose the actions that your purpose. Waking up early, dedicating time to learning, prioritizing health, and managing time effectively. These are not mere tasks. They are the building blocks of mastery. Each day, as you repeat these habits, you reinforce the structure of your life. Understand this, Habits do not form overnight. They are crafted through repetition and perseverance. When you first begin, it may feel unnatural, even difficult, but with each repetition it becomes easier, smoother, more automatic. This is the essence of discipline, the commitment to repeat the right actions until they are as natural as breathing. The great achievers of history understood the power of disciplined habits. They were not swayed by fleeting desires or distractions, because their habits held them firm to their purpose. When you commit to forming positive habits, you automate discipline. It becomes second nature, a reflex that guides your decisions without hesitation. Greatness is not achieved by grand gestures, but by the quiet consistency of disciplined habits practiced every single day. Understand this: your habits are your life. Master them, and you master your world. Think of habits as the roots of a towering tree. They anchor you, nourish you, and determine how high you can grow. If the roots are...
What is happening? What is happening? You can't get the good message out today? I want to hear the message. Where's the message? Fuck, I remember this shit. Moving the civilian strength, but they need the weather, the changes of life. Let's go. The challenge, however, lies in cultivating the right habits. What's up with this? I don't remember as much as I thought I did. Alright, let's go. Sounds foolish. Shit is still on. Why is it blinking like this? Oh, wait.
Habit. They are steady, resolute, and unwavering in their purpose. Mastering time is the key to mastering life. When you learn to wield your hours with precision and purpose, you unlock the doors to success. The world will pull at your attention, but you must stand firm. Your time is your own. Guard it, honor it, and transform it into the legacy you wish to leave behind. Focus. The laser of disciplined focus is the laser that sharpens your discipline. It is the ability to block out noise, to silence the chaos, and to direct all your energy towards a single purpose. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results grow. Those who master the art of focus become unstoppable forces in their pursuit of greatness. Distractions are the enemy of progress. They are the thieves that steal your dreams bit by bit. They did not rely on motivation alone. They relied on the structure of their daily routines. And through that structure, they transformed ambition into achievement. Consider the blacksmith hammering steel. Each strike is deliberate. Each blow a step toward shaping the metal into its final form. It is not the strength of a single strike that matters, but the consistency of thousands. In the same way,
procrastination is not a problem. In
Instead, new science reveals it's the secret to finding purpose, meaning.
In the same way, your habits shape you, one action at a time. So, master your habits and you will master your destiny. Choose them wisely, for they will either fortify your fortress or weaken its walls. Discipline is the hand that lays each brick, and habit is the mortar that binds them together. Together, they form the unyielding structure of your mind, capable of withstanding any storm. Begin today. Build the habits that will serve your purpose, that will bring you closer to your goals. For when your habits are disciplined, your life is unstoppable. And with that power, you can shape your destiny as surely as the blacksmith shapes steel. The power of routine. Command your day. Discipline thrives on routine. The most successful people in history did not stumble upon greatness, they designed it. They sculpted their days with intention, carving out time for what mattered most. Routine is the anchor that keeps your ambitions grounded and your mind sharp. A well-structured day eliminates indecision, allowing you to focus entirely on execution. When you wake up with purpose and a plan, you are already ahead. Most people drift into their day without a map, swayed by distractions and whims. But not you. You rise with determination. You know that the first hour of your morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Harness the power of routine, and you will harness the power to command your destiny. Imagine your routine as the rails upon which the train of your life runs. If the tracks are laid with precision, the journey is smooth, the progress steady. But if the tracks are haphazard, the journey becomes chaotic and unpredictable. Successful people understand this. They build their routines with purpose, aligning their daily habits with their long-term goals. Consider the morning routines of great leaders and thinkers. Benjamin Franklin began each day with a question: what good shall I do this day? His morning was structured with reading, planning, and reflection. It was not by chance that he became a man of immense influence. It was by design. His routine fortified his discipline, making each day a deliberate step toward greatness. Routine is not restrictive, it is liberating. When you know what you must do, you eliminate the friction of choice. There is no wasted time debating whether to work out, read, or pursue your goals. It is already decided. This is where true discipline thrives, not in moments of motivation, but in the quiet consistency of a well-structured day. Think of routine as your blueprint. It allows you to build your life brick by brick, day by day, with purpose and clarity. Each morning you lay the foundation. Each evening, you fortify it with reflection and adjustment. The path to mastery is not paved in grand gestures, but in small, deliberate actions repeated consistently. Understand this: routine is your greatest ally in the battle for discipline. It removes the uncertainty that leads to procrastination and creates momentum that drives you forward. The more structured your day, the more control you have over your destiny. So build your routine with purpose, rise with intention, shape your days as a sculptor shapes stone, with patience, precision, and unwavering focus. For it is through routine that discipline is forged, and through discipline that greatness is achieved. Self-control, the guardian of discipline. Self-control is the guardian of discipline. It is the unyielding force that keeps you on the path when temptation beckons. Without self-control, even the grandest visions crumble under the weight of impulse. Mastering self-control is like mastering the reins of a powerful horse. Once you direct its energy, there is no limit to how far it can take you. Every decision you make either strengthens your self-control or weakens it. Understand this: the small choices matter. When you choose discipline over indulgence, you are casting a vote for your future self. Embrace self-control, for it is the foundation upon which empires are built and legacies are forged. Think of self-control as the gatekeeper of your mind. Every temptation that arises is met by this gatekeeper, and the decision to open or close that gate determines your path forward. If you allow every whim, every fleeting desire to pass through, chaos ensues. But if you hold firm, if you refuse to be swayed by momentary distractions, you maintain control over your destiny. History is filled with examples of those who mastered self-control and through it achieved greatness. Consider Alexander the Great, who, at the height of his power, was known for his restraint and focus. His ability to resist distractions and maintain discipline on the battlefield allowed him to conquer empires. His victories were not just physical, they were mental. He knew that to command an army, one must first command oneself. Self-control is not built overnight. It is the result of repeated decisions. Each time you resist temptation, you fortify your willpower. Each time you choose discipline over indulgence, you strengthen your resolve. This is the essence of mastery. Not grand gestures, but quiet, consistent choices that shape your character and build your destiny. Understand that every decision you make is a crossroads. To the left is indulgence, to the right is discipline. With each step, you decide which path you will walk. Over time, these small decisions compound, leading you either toward greatness or away from it. Mastery of self-betrayal is mastery of life. So, embrace self-betrayal as your greatest ally. Let it guard your thoughts, your actions, and your habits. With it, you can withstand any storm, overcome any obstacle, and achieve any goal. For when you control yourself, you control your world.
So you're already using ChatGPT, and while that's awesome, there is one little problem. You're not
For when you control yourself, you control your world. Time management. Discipline in motion. Time is the most valuable resource you possess. Mastering discipline requires mastering time. When you allocate your hours with purpose, you transform mere moments into stepping stones towards your destiny. Time management is the framework upon which discipline is executed. Those who command their time command their lives. To master time is to master opportunity. When you are disciplined with your schedule, distractions fade and productivity flourishes. Understand that every second you waste is a second you surrender. Reclaim your time with intention and watch as your life transforms. The power of time management is not just in planning, it is in execution. Many make plans, few execute them with precision. The disciplined individual does not merely set a schedule, they honor it. They wake up each morning not as a victim of circumstance, but as a commander of their own fate. They understand that the hours they possess are limited, and that every moment unclaimed is a moment lost to chaos and indecision. Time waits for no one, yet it is equally distributed to all. What you do with it defines the life you lead. Discipline over time means setting priorities and sticking to them. It means understanding that not every task deserves attention, and not every person deserves your energy. The truly disciplined mind filters out the noise, cutting away distractions like a sculptor, chiseling away the unnecessary to reveal the masterpiece within. There is a profound strength in living each hour with intent. The disciplined know that time, once gone, is irretrievable. They guard their minutes with the same vigilance that a banker guards his vault. They understand that time is the currency of progress, and each moment invested wisely compounds into the wealth of achievement. To reclaim your time is to reclaim your life. Begin by mapping your day before it begins. Set clear objectives, prioritize what matters, and discard what doesn't. Learn to say no to distractions. The disciplined individual is not swayed by every whim or demand. They are steady, resolute, and unwavering in their purpose. Mastering time is the key to mastering life. When you learn to wield your hours with precision and purpose, you unlock the doors to success. The world will pull at your attention, but you must stand firm. Your time is your own. Guard it, honor it, and transform it into the legacy you wish to leave behind. Focus. The laser of disciplined focus is the laser that sharpens your discipline. It is the ability to block out noise, to silence the chaos, and to all towards a single purpose. Where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results grow. Those who master the art of focus become unstoppable forces in their pursuit of greatness. Distractions are the enemy of progress. They are the thieves that steal your dreams bit by bit. When you cultivate focus, you guard your mind from the distractions that derail most people. You become a beacon of purpose in a world consumed by chaos. Master your focus and you will master your destiny. To understand focus is to understand power. Imagine a magnifying glass under the sun. The light is always present, Yet it is only when concentrated through the lens that it becomes powerful enough to ignite a flame. Your mind works the same way. Scattered thoughts are like rays of light, dispersed, ineffective, and weak. But when your thoughts are focused, they can cut through obstacles, burn through challenges, and illuminate the path to your goals. Focus is not merely about attention. It is about intention. It is about directing your energy with purpose, eliminating distractions, and committing wholeheartedly to the task at hand. Most people are scattered, jumping from one task to another, leaving projects unfinished and goals unaccomplished. The disciplined mind does not waver. It locks onto its objective with unyielding determination. To master focus, you must first identify what truly matters. The disciplined individual prioritizes, understanding that not everything deserves attention. They learn to say no, not out of arrogance, but out of necessity. To say yes to your purpose, you must say no to distractions. Guard your focus as you would guard your dreams, for the two are intertwined. Every moment you allow distractions to slip through is a moment stolen from your destiny. Train your mind to resist the allure of instant gratification and fleeting pleasures. Focus requires sacrifice. It demands that you turn away from the easy road of indulgence and embrace the harder path of concentration. The path to mastery is paved with focused intention. When you harness the power of focus, you step out of the crowd and into the realm of greatness. Let your mind become a laser, sharp, precise, and unyielding. This is the way of the disciplined, the path of those who achieve what others only dream of. Decision-making, the power of commitment. Discipline thrives on decisive action. Indecision is the enemy of progress. To be disciplined is to make decisions with conviction and to follow through with purpose. The greatest achievers in history did not hesitate. They decided, they committed, and they executed. Their discipline in decision-making set them apart from the masses. Every decision you make is a step towards or away from your destiny. Understand that procrastination is simply the refusal to decide. Master the art of decision-making and you will find that discipline becomes effortless. You will act with clarity, move with purpose, and command the outcomes of your life. Decisive action is the hallmark of great leadership. The disciplined...
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana. We've already sold...
The disciplined mind does not waver when faced with choices. It assesses the situation, evaluates the options, and makes a choice with confidence. This unwavering commitment to decision is what separates those who achieve from those who merely dream. To hesitate is to allow doubt to creep in. And paralysis. The key to action is clarity of purpose. When you know what you want, decisions become clear. The disciplined individual eliminates distractions, filters out the noise, and focuses solely on what drives them forward. They understand that the greatest enemy of progress is hesitation. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. It disguises itself as caution, as prudence, but in truth, it is the refusal to act. Every moment spent in indecision is a moment surrendered to mediocrity. To be disciplined is to decide swiftly and with purpose, knowing that action, even imperfect action, is always better than stagnation. When you master decisive action, you take command of your destiny. You no longer drift through life, waiting for circumstances to dictate your path. You become the architect of your future, making it decision by decision, brick by brick. Discipline in decision-making grants you the power to shape your life according to your vision rather than being shaped by the whims of fate. Remember, the road to success is paved decisions made in confidence and executed with discipline. Make them swiftly, follow through with conviction, and watch as your life transforms under the power of your own command. Consistency, the silent builder of greatness. Consistency is the silent builder of greatness. It is the daily practice of showing up even when the excitement fades and the challenges rise. Discipline is not a burst of energy, it is a marathon. Those who endure, who press forward day after day, are the ones who reap the rewards of their labor. Most people quit before they see results. They abandon their goals at the first sign of struggle. But not you. You understand that success is a slow burn, a steady climb. With discipline and consistency, you forge your path one step at a time. Embrace consistency, and you embrace greatness. Consistency is the mark of mastery. Is the foundation upon which greatness is built. A sculptor does not create a masterpiece with a single strike of the chisel, but through countless deliberate motions. So too, success is not achieved in a single burst of effort, but through steady, unyielding progress. Each day you show up, each day you work towards your goals, you are sculpting your destiny with precision and patience. The secret to consistency lies in understanding its power. Small efforts, repeated day after day, compound into monumental results. Most people seek shortcuts and instant gratification, abandoning their pursuits when results are not immediate. But greatness does not come to those who sprint for a moment. It belongs to those who endure the marathon. True discipline is the ability to continue long after the initial enthusiasm fades. To master consistency, you must eliminate the option of quitting. Resolve in your mind that the path you are on is non-negotiable. The disciplined do not entertain thoughts of surrender. They press forward with purpose. When obstacles arise, they adjust their course, but they never abandon their mission. Each step may seem small, insignificant even, but over time, those steps lead to extraordinary places. Embrace the power of routine. Build habits that align with your goals and execute them without fail. Consistency is not about intensity, it is about regularity. A tree does not grow to its towering height overnight. It stretches toward the sky, inch by inch, season by season, until it becomes unmovable. So too must you grow. Steadily, relentlessly, consistently. When you master consistency, you master discipline. You become unshakable, unwavering in your pursuit of greatness. Day by day, step by step, you build the life you envision. There are no shortcuts. There is only the steady path forward, paved by your commitment and driven by your unyielding discipline. Sacrifice from paying the price for success. It is the understanding that what you want most is worth more than what you want now. Those who master sacrifice understand that discipline is not about loss, it is about gain. The world offers countless distractions, but the disciplined mind knows how to say no when the world tempts you with mediocrity. Sacrifice is the currency with which success is purchased. When you learn to pay the price, you gain access to rewards most people only dream of. Discipline is the bridge, sacrifice is the toll. Cross it, and the world is yours. Sacrifice is not a word to be feared. It is a gateway to achievement. History is marked by those who sacrificed comfort for greatness, leisure for legacy. The disciplined know that every step forward often means leaving something behind, whether it be time, comfort, or temporary pleasure. True discipline is the art of choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you understand sacrifice, you understand power. Each decision to forego a momentary pleasure is a decision to invest in your own future. Success is not granted, it is earned, paid for with sacrifice and persistence. The disciplined mind sees beyond the immediate to the horizon of possibility. They understand that every no spoken to distraction is a yes to their vision. The path to greatness is not paved with ease, but with choices. Choices to sacrifice comfort.
You see, affirmations don't work. If you are not in a healthy state and you say, why am I so ripped and muscular? In the back of your mind, there's going to be a little voice that says, no, you aren't ripped and muscular, you liar. You ate that pizza last night. In the morning, during your meditation, you do not say an affirmation. You raise a question to your subconscious. You trick your subconscious. You don't give a statement that your subconscious is going to inevitably.
Choices to sacrifice comfort, to embrace discipline, and to pursue goals with unyielding determination. Every great achiever, every towering figure of success has walked the path of sacrifice. They paid the price and they reaped the reward. To master sacrifice is to master your destiny. The disciplined individual understands that the price of mediocrity is far greater than the price of discipline. While others falter at the sight of struggle, the disciplined press on, knowing that each step brings them closer to their ultimate goal. Embrace sacrifice not as a burden, but as a privilege. It is the toll paid to cross the bridge to success. When you commit to sacrifice, you separate yourself from the masses. You walk a path few are willing to tread, and because of that, you achieve what few will ever touch. Discipline is the bridge. Sacrifice is the toll. Cross it and greatness is yours. Discipline and self-belief, the unbreakable bond. Discipline is the armor that shields your self-belief from the arrows of doubt. It is not enough to simply believe in your abilities. You must act upon that belief with relentless discipline. Self-belief is the foundation, but discipline is the builder. Without the consistent action that discipline provides, belief remains stagnant, a mere flicker of hope that never catches fire. When you discipline yourself to pursue your goals, despite fear, despite uncertainty, you fortify your belief. Stronger each act of courage with every step forward when the path is unclear. Understand this, belief without discipline is a dream, but belief with discipline is a destiny. When you merge the two, you become unstoppable. Discipline is not forged in comfort. It is born in the crucible of struggle, in moments when giving up seems easier than pressing on. That is the essence of true strength, the ability to move forward when every part of you wants to retreat. Discipline silences the voice of doubt, extinguishes the whispers of fear, and replaces hesitation with certainty. You see, anyone can believe in a dream when the skies are clear and the path is well lit, but discipline is what drives you forward when the storm is raging, when the path is obscured by obstacles and doubt. It is the difference between those who try and those who triumph. Think of the great builders of history, not just those who built structures of stone and iron, but those who built empires of thought and influence. Their belief was strong, yes, but it was their discipline that set them apart. They did not wait for inspiration. They created it through action. Day by day, step by step, they moved forward. Not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. Discipline transforms belief into action. It is the bridge between your dreams and your achievements. It is the hand that turns the wheel when motivation falters, the force that pushes you up the hill when the climb is steep. Understand this, belief is powerful, but without discipline, it is powerless. You must wear your discipline like armor, for the path to greatness is fraught with distractions, doubts, and delays. It is your shield against the forces that would see you falter. It is your sword against the fears that seek to keep you small. And when you master this armor, when you make discipline not just an act, but a way of life, you become unstoppable. Act on your belief with discipline. Take the steps, even when you are uncertain. Move forward, even when the way is unclear. For every step you take with discipline, you bring your belief closer to reality. Remember this, discipline is the armor that makes self-belief invincible. Wear it well, and you will forge the path to your destiny. Discipline in relationships building. Unbreakable bond. Discipline extends beyond personal achievement. It is the backbone of strong relationships. Whether in business, friendship, or family, discipline in communication, trust, and respect builds bonds that weather any storm. A disciplined approach to understanding others, to listening more than speaking, and to resolving conflicts with integrity is the hallmark of true leadership. When you apply discipline to your relationships, you eliminate misunderstandings, reduce conflicts, and foster trust. It requires patience and commitment, but the rewards are lasting. Great empires are not built alone. They were built with trust and unity, forged through disciplined interactions. Master discipline in your relationships, and you master the art of influence. Consider this, any structure, no matter how grand, crumbles if its foundation is weak. The same is true for relationships. Discipline fortifies that foundation. It means showing up when you say you will, honoring your word even when it is inconvenient, and listening deeply even when you feel like speaking. These small acts of discipline become the threads that weave the fabric of trust. In business, disciplined communication creates clarity and minimizes conflict. It ensures that expectations are clear, responsibilities are understood, and misunderstandings are swiftly corrected. Leaders who practice disciplined communication inspire confidence in their teams, knowing that their word is their bond. In friendships, discipline means being present, not just physically, but emotionally. It means listening without judgment, supporting without condition, and standing firm even when the tides of life become rough. The greatest friendships are not those that are never tested, but those that endure through challenge and change. In families, discipline is the glue that holds generations together, is the commitment to nurture, to guide, and to protect. It is showing love not just in words, but in consistent actions. A disciplined family builds traditions, values, and legacies that extend far beyond the present moment. But understand this, discipline
Backbone was originally founded based on how we thought the future.
values and legacies that extend far beyond the present moment. But understand this, discipline in relationships is not about control, it is about respect. It is respecting others' time, their thoughts, and their emotions. It is giving the same attention and patience that you would expect in return. Through this mutual respect, relationships thrive and deepen. When you master discipline in your relationships, you become a pillar of trust and a beacon of reliability. People are drawn to those who are consistent, who mean what they say and do what they promise. This is the essence of influence, not through force, but through trust earned by discipline. Embrace discipline in your relationships. Communicate with clarity, listen with intent, and act with integrity. For when you do not just build connections, you build empires of trust and influence. Discipline in health, mind and body. In alignment, your body is the vessel for your dreams. Without health, discipline cannot flourish. The mind and body are interconnected. Discipline in one enhances the other. When you master the discipline of healthy habits, exercise, nutrition, and rest, you forge a body that is capable of supporting the weight of your ambitions. It is not merely about physical strength. It is about mental clarity. A disciplined body creates a disciplined mind, one that is sharp, focused, and resilient. Understand that neglecting your health is neglecting your potential. The disciplined warrior sharpens his sword before battle. You must do the same with your body and mind. It are the great warriors and philosophers of history, men and women who understood that a sharp mind is housed in a strong body. They respected the power of discipline in their physical form, recognizing that health was not just a luxury, but a necessity. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, believed that the body must be trained just as the mind, for strength and clarity were intertwined. His disciplined routine of physical exercise was not just for strength, but for mental resilience. Health is the foundation upon which you build your dreams. Without it, even the grandest ambitions crumble under the weight of fatigue and illness. Discipline in exercise strengthens not just muscles, but willpower. Discipline in nutrition fuels not just the body, but the mind. And discipline in rest rejuvenates both, allowing you to rise each day with purpose and energy. Think of your body as the vessel that carries your dreams across the vast ocean of life. If the vessel is weak, the storms of challenge will tear it apart. But if it is strong, disciplined, and well-maintained, no wave is too great, no storm too fierce. Do not wait for illness to remind you of the importance of health. Take command of your habits now. Train your body as if it were the only vehicle to carry your ambitions forward, because it is. Discipline is the practice of fortifying that vessel, of ensuring it can withstand the tests of time and adversity. Every moment you choose health over indulgence, every time you exercise when you would rather rest, every nutritious choice over convenience, you are not just shaping your body, you are sharpening your mind. The two are connected, inseparable, and mutually reinforcing. Master the discipline of health, and you master the discipline of life itself. For when your body is strong, your mind is sharper, your focus is clearer, and your ambitions are within reach. Remember, the disciplined warrior sharpens his sword before battle. Do the same with your body and mind, and no challenge will be too great. Discipline in leadership, it is not about commanding others, but commanding oneself in such a way that others are inspired to follow. A disciplined leader leads by example, embodying the principles they wish to see in others. When you demonstrate discipline in your decisions, your work ethic, and your commitments, you inspire trust and loyalty. People follow those who display mastery over themselves because discipline is rare. It is a beacon of stability in a world that is constantly shifting. When you master discipline and leadership, you create a legacy not only of success, but of influence. You become the example others strive to emulate, not through words, but through action. Consider the greatest leaders in history. not just those who led nations, but those who led movements, companies, and revolutions of thought. Their strength was not merely in their ability to inspire with words, but in their ability to act with unwavering discipline. They were consistent, they were reliable, and their discipline was the cornerstone of their influence. Discipline in leadership is more than just adherence to routine. It is the ability to remain steadfast in your principles, even when it is inconvenient or challenging. It is making the hard decisions not because they are easy, but because they are necessary. True leadership does not waver in the face of difficulty. It becomes stronger. When you lead with discipline, you become a lighthouse in the storm, an unwavering symbol of strength and reliability. People are naturally drawn to those who are consistent and true to their word. This is why disciplined leaders build trust, and trust is the foundation upon which true influence is built. Understand this. Anyone can lead when times are good, but it is in moments of trial that disciplined leadership shines the brightest. It is the leader who remains calm, collected, and resolute, who inspires others to follow, even in the face of uncertainty. Your discipline sets the standard for those who follow you. It defines the culture, the work ethic, and the vision of your team or organization. When you embody discipline, you show others what is possible, not just through words, but through example. Master the discipline of leadership, and you will not just command respect, you will earn it. Through your actions, you become the example others strive to follow.
Would you be interested in learning how to build a scalable, predictable 7-figure business? My clients are doing it, and you can too. Have you hit 6 or even multi-6 figures but still feel like you're standing still? Is your business growing but you feel like it's all on your shoulders, leaving you overworked, overwhelmed, and burnt out? Would you love to be able to scale to 7 figures or more but lack the systems, the strategy, and the support to make it happen? Here's the truth. Hi, I'm Dr. Darnell Derby-Harmon, CEO of the business transformation company Incredible One Enterprises, and I'm known for taking 6-figure service-based entrepreneurs and turning them into 7-figure CEOs. In fact, over the last 14 years, I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs just like you leverage and scale their businesses and
earn it. Through your actions, you become the example others strive to follow, building a legacy of influence and strength that endures far beyond your time. Discipline in learning. Master the art of growth. Discipline is the bridge between ignorance and wisdom. To master anything in life, you must first master the art of learning. This requires a disciplined mind, one that is eager to grow, relentless in the pursuit of knowledge, and unyielding in its commitment to improvement. Learning is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong journey. The greatest minds in history, those who shaped nations, who transformed industries, who redefined possibility, were all disciplined learners. They approached each day as an opportunity to grow, to understand more, to master their craft. To be disciplined in learning means to never settle, to never assume you know enough. It is the constant sharpening of your mental tools that prepares you for the challenges that lie ahead. Think of learning as a fire that must be continually stoked. If you neglect it, it dwindles and fades. But with discipline, with daily effort, it burns brighter and stronger with each passing day. Discipline in learning means dedicating time each day to expand your understanding, to challenge your perspectives, and to refine your skills. Understand this. Ignorance is not the absence of knowledge, it is the refusal to seek it. A disciplined mind does not wait for knowledge to come, it pursues it with vigor. It reads, it listens, it asks questions, and it never assumes it has all the answers. This is the path of mastery. The disciplined learner becomes unstoppable because they are always growing, always evolving. While others stagnate in complacency, they forge ahead with newfound understanding and insight. Discipline transforms learning from a passive act into a deliberate, intentional journey towards wisdom. Embrace the discipline of learning, and you will find that ignorance becomes powerless, and wisdom becomes your greatest ally. Discipline in communication. Speak with power. Discipline extends to the words you speak. Powerful communication is not a matter of saying more. It is about saying what matters. When you master the discipline of communication, you eliminate the noise, the filler, the empty words that dilute your message. You speak with intention, with clarity, and with impact. The world is filled with voices that shout but say nothing. Be different. Discipline your speech so that every word carries weight, so that your voice commands attention and respect. Mastering communication is mastering influence, and influence is the gateway to leadership and success. Think of the great orators of history, those whose words inspired nations, moved crowds, and sparked revolutions. Their strength was not just in what they said, but in how they said it. Every word was deliberate, every phrase intentional. They spoke with purpose, and their voices echoed through time because they understood the power of disciplined speech. Discipline in communication is not merely about withholding words. It is about choosing the right ones. It is about clarity over complexity, impact over excess. A disciplined communicator listens before speaking, considers before responding, and crafts each sentence with the intent to inform, inspire, or influence. Understand this. When you speak with discipline, you speak with power. You eliminate the uncertainty and hesitation that plague those who speak without purpose. You become a beacon of clarity in a world clouded with noise and confusion. Master the discipline of communication, and you master the art of influence. Speak with intent, with purpose, and with power, and your words will not just be heard, they will be remembered. Discipline in money management. Securing your future wealth is not merely about earning, it is about keeping and growing what you earn. Discipline in money management is the foundation of financial freedom. Those who squander their resources, who lack the discipline to save and invest, find themselves chained to a life of dependence and limitation. But when you master the discipline of financial stewardship, you create a fortress of wealth that protects you and empowers you to live life on your own terms. Understand that every coin is a seed. Plant it wisely, and it will grow into a forest of abundance. Discipline your spending, invest with intention, and you will find that financial freedom is not a distant dream. It is a reality waiting to be claimed. Throughout history, the wealthiest minds did not simply amass fortunes. They protected and nurtured them. They understood that it was not the size of their income that determined their wealth, but the discipline with which they managed it. For them, money was a tool, a means to create opportunity, security, and influence. Discipline in finance is not about deprivation. It is about prioritization. It is about understanding the difference between needs and wants, between investments and expenses. A disciplined mind does not seek instant gratification. It seeks lasting growth. It recognizes that small sacrifices today lead to massive rewards tomorrow. Consider every financial decision as a step towards freedom or towards bondage. When you save, when you invest, when you choose to build rather than consume, you are planting seeds that will one day bear fruit. Discipline turns those seeds into a forest, a legacy of wealth that extends far beyond your lifetime. Master the discipline of financial stewardship, and you master the key to true independence. Wealth is not built on luck. It is built on disciplined action, day after day, choice after choice.
Procrastination is not a problem. Instead, new science reveals it's the secret to finding purpose, meaning, and fulfillment in your work and growing your business. Let me explain. For 12 years, I battled procrastination, self-sabotage, and imposter syndrome.
Choice after choice. Plant your seeds wisely and watch them grow into the life you have always envisioned. It is about understanding the difference between needs and wants, between investments and expenses. A disciplined mind does not seek instant gratification. It seeks lasting growth. It recognizes that small sacrifices today lead to massive rewards tomorrow. Consider every financial decision as a step towards freedom or towards bondage. When you save, when you invest, when you choose to build rather than consume, you are planting seeds that will one day bear fruit. Discipline turns those seeds into a forest, a legacy of wealth that extends far beyond your lifetime. Master the discipline of financial stewardship, and you master the key to true independence. Wealth is not built on luck. It is built on disciplined action, day after day, choice after choice. Plant your seeds wisely and watch them grow into the life you have always envisioned. Discipline and purpose, living with meaning. At the core of every successful life is a powerful sense of purpose. Discipline gives life to that purpose. It is what drives you to wake up early, to work harder, and to stay committed even when the road is rough. Without discipline, purpose is merely a wish, a fleeting desire with no foundation. When you discipline yourself to live each day in alignment with your purpose, you transform your life from mere existence to extraordinary. You become a person of conviction, of strength, and of unwavering focus. Discipline and purpose is the secret to living a life of impact, a life that not only achieves but inspires. Purpose without discipline is like a ship without a compass, adrift, aimless, and easily led astray. Discipline sharpens your focus, narrows your distractions, and strengthens your resolve. It is the force that pushes you to act even when motivation is low, even when challenges seem insurmountable. Those who achieve greatness are not simply dreamers, they are doers. They harness discipline to breathe life into their purpose. Think of the great visionaries throughout history, those who reshaped nations, pioneered industries, and inspired movement. Their purpose was not mere ambition, it was a calling. But it was their discipline that made that calling a reality. They showed up every single day, regardless of circumstances, and moved one step closer to their vision. This is the hallmark of true purpose, driven by discipline. When you align discipline with purpose, you create momentum. Each step forward strengthens your resolve, builds your confidence, and brings you closer to what you seek to achieve. The obstacles that once seemed daunting become mere stepping stones, and the challenges that once held you back transform into opportunities for growth. Understand this: the world is full of talented individuals with dreams and ambitions, but it is the disciplined few who turn those dreams into reality. Purpose is not enough. It must be backed by unwavering discipline. Only then does it become powerful enough to shape your destiny. Live each day with purpose. Let discipline be the engine that drives it. For when you do, you will not just live a life of achievement. You will live a life of significance. A life that not only fulfills your dreams, but inspires others to pursue theirs as well. It's time to reclaim your life, one disciplined choice at a time. Begin today. Wake up with intention, move with purpose, and refuse to let distractions steal your focus. Master your mind, own your day, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. The power is already within you. All that's left is for you to command it.
Are you like the millions of Americans who have recently opened up their auto insurance bill only to ask the question,
Don't ask the question if you're not prepared for the answer. Anyways, if you'll excuse me, I have things I need to get done today. Don't ask the question if you're not prepared for the answer. Anyways, if you'll excuse me, I have things I need to get done today.
Damn, Rapunzel, let that hair down. Man, that green's looking magnificent though. I like it.
How many hours a week do you work? 40. How many hours a week do you work? 40. Okay. How many hours a week do you work?
Like work in here?
Yeah, work. No, work. Your job.
My job, 9-10 hour days. 2 in the morning till about 12 in the afternoon.
Wow. So over 40 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking.
All right.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah.
In this life, you make excuses or you make solutions, and the choice is yours.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Every time, baby, I miss you, come back home.
This is a concept that every single guy needs to adopt into his life. It's called the let them theory. You're going to want to listen to this. If the girl you're talking to ghosts you, let her. If she chooses to be with someone else, let her. If she doesn't want to make a commitment, let her. If she's texting other guys, let her. Because here's the thing, fellas. It is not your job to control her. That would be her responsibility. And any attempt that you make to do that is going to make you look very weak and very insecure. And the reality is there's nothing you can say or do to stop her from doing what she is going to do.
Yeah, guys, I mean, this is a concept I've practiced for a long time, but I call it giving them enough rope to hang themselves. And I do it in all aspects of my life, with the employees, with girlfriends, friendships, anything. They have enough freedom to do whatever they want. Whenever they're done, maybe I will be too. But that's about it. I don't really care. Go do whatever you want. And what you'll notice is the real people like me just do what we're supposed to. And then you know you got a good person around.
I said I want something big. I want something that says I'm here. Beyonce.
Surprise, bitch! If you miss this, you'll miss all of it. Drugs and alcohol are for losers. If you do drugs and alcohol, the chances of you ever being financially free or immensely financially successful are almost zero. If you want to be successful, you want to live a life like this, drugs and alcohol are not involved. Here's another important thing for you. Your circle matters more than you realize. I see too many young people hanging out, being cool, hanging out with losers, doing loser stuff. If you want to be a winner, you have to look around the people around you. Like, be honest with yourself. Are these my friends, my boys, people I love, or are they actual winners? Why are you hanging out with them? You must have somewhat of a cold-hearted, ruthless nature to you, and that the loyalty to your future in how you surround yourself with your people. Chase relationships with winners.
Christy, what's up, baby girl? You got this. Noel, good day, boy. Good day, my man. Good day, mate.
Damn, guys, that's absolute fucking gold.
Let's
Report
get
that
it.
one, save that one. If you got any fucking confusion, I hope you ain't confused no more. The truth. Alright, you guys casted your vote last time for the 1 or 2 thick thinner. And we got results, right? 15 for number 2 thinner. And you got 9 for thicker, and you got one guy saying 1.5 right in the middle. So those are the results. And well, we got a new vote for you right here. It's 1 through 5. You let us know which hairstyle you like the best, right?
Alright, this feels almost illegal to know, but our windows were so old and just desperately needed to be replaced. So I called a few.
Here, it's 1 through 5. You let us know which hairstyle you like the best, right?
Boys, I've been drinking for days. And no reason I'm drinking. My woman got some low down way. If you don't want me, baby, you ought to tell me so. If you don't want.
Mastering solitude is the foundation of self-respect. You know what being alone does? It gives you a mirror. And most people hate what they see when they sit in silence. They need noise, they need distractions, validation. Because without it, they realize how little they built internally.
Oh wow, our boy Scooty Scoo getting deep for us over here, huh?
Scooty Scoo.
Hey guys, but the truth is, they try to mask solitude for loneliness, and they convince you the loneliness is painful, but in solitude you'll be gifted the most, so look out for that. Go have some fun. Find yourself alone for a while. Build something worth it.
Think about it like this. A man with only one wife, okay, that's good, he's faithful. But a man with 3 women, that's 3 times more faithfulness than the beta with only 1 wife.
The show goes on!
Yeah, homeboy's trying to figure out if he's blacked out or if this dream fucking came true, baby.
If a person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax, okay, and then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves, see how you'd like to live your life, see yourself living it that way. Okay. Now understand that that's a picture in your mind. Take that picture and describe it, write it out, start to read it, and read it, and read it, and read it every day, carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers, all down through history, have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it. We become what we think about it. Now, it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it.
Yeah, just in case you wonder what I was visualizing.
As long as you have breath in your lungs, baby, it is not over. You better pick yourself back up because God has given you the gift of life today. Do not waste it. Do not waste it. All you have is now. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the gift? It's not too late. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care. It's not too late for you. God has placed potential on your life. God has placed a light on your life. God has called you to be someone in this lifetime. And you will throw it all away, sitting in stagnation.
Whatever you do, do not disrespect the gift that God gave you.
Life, baby! Let's go!
Apply yourself, please.
Go. Yeah, that's what you should be waking up to in the morning, okay?
I like this
Every
one.
day, all day.
That's right.
That shit's my favorite.
Yeah.
Shit, you already know I'm waking up to that every morning. She sounds like a cold start diesel to me. Alright, y'all, let's see what I got for you today. Well, I'm always thinking, fellas. I'm always thinking.
This is my 2015 Chevy Silverado Z71 LTZ, and it's about to get a whole lot faster with a very complete supercharger system. From my friends at ProCharger, I went with satin black. It's gonna look so good under the hood. Now, this truck might look brand new, but it wasn't always this way. My Silverado was once involved in a minor boat ramp accident that may have resulted in the truck getting a little wet. Luckily, the truck was pulled out and almost immediately froze. Hence why I sometimes call it the Frozen Auto. Because this was fresh water and it froze right away, it helped preserve this one owner 50,000 mile truck. And after removing the interior and cleaning it and replacing most of the truck's interior electronics, it came right to life. I thawed the ice from the engine as well, and again, we got lucky. The water had expanded in the engine's oil pan and not the block. So I was able to release the pan, and then I cleaned the intake valves, replaced the spark plugs. I did all the fluids, and the engine just fired right up. Ran great. Fired right up. I was then able to drive this truck back to Wisconsin to meet the original owner, Russ, who is the nicest guy in the world. He sold me the original tonneau cover and rubber floor mats that he snatched before insurance came for the Silverado. And I did offer the truck to him, but he had already replaced it with a brand new Silverado and was happy with that. Now, I've been daily driving the Silverado for the last few months at about 4,000 miles, and it's been absolutely perfect. And we can have our cake and eat it too. We can add about 150 horsepower to this engine and have it be reliable. So let's get right to doing that. You know we gotta check 0 to 60 after, so let's let it rip. Oh, wow, this thing moves. It moves pretty good. We lost some traction there though. Come on, Silverado. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun to supercharge. We can do air spin on that 153 power. Let's do this. What do we got? 8 seconds. Now, I tried ripping the Silverado to 60 a few more times, but the best I could get 7.9 second run, which is about a second slower than what Motor Trend and all the magazines tested the 5.3 Silverado at when they were new. One thing I noticed is that it launched perfectly fine, but it would run out of steam up top, which is gonna make perfect sense a little bit later in the video when we hit the diagram. Let's go back to the shop and add roughly 150 more horsepower. All right, our first step is, well, to open the hood, and ProCharger has some of the best instructions. Know how to work on cars, so you can follow detailed pictures and instructions. You could do this whole kit in like a weekend. Everything comes in a big box, including the tune. So anyway, let's get our factory intake box off. Let's disconnect the battery first. That should be your first step in any project. Take it first. Now we're gonna remove this gigantic piece of plastic here, so there's more room. And I got our little subframe connectors. I like to call them, don't know if these do anything. Goodbye, air intake. I don't think any of you is being used ever again. We don't need you. Get out, get out, get out. Ah, there it is. It was a good system. Oh, man, look at how much room we have for activities.
So many activities! Making my head spin how many activities we can do.
All right, next we're gonna remove our belts, loosen up the tensioner, and we won't be needing this anymore. I think I hit the mystery car under the tarp. Guess what that is? All right, we're removing a battery tray. I think we're almost at the head unit bracket. It's gonna go quick. There we go. We have our coolant draining, and we're actually getting pretty close to the head unit bracket. We just have to cut out these zip ties here, and a 10 mil right here. And we're gonna cut this electrical tape. All right, it's getting out of here. There we go. All right, say goodbye to this bracket. And now this is about where the head unit's gonna go. Blower's gonna end up somewhere around these parts. It's gonna look so good. Oh, and have I met one of you at my soon Chevy Silverado? It's you do is go to legitstreetcars.com. I'll drop a link. Buy literally anything off the website. Every dollar you spend, you get one entry. And every week or two, we're changing up the deal, but you get double entries on the Legit Street Cars Ultra pen. Some guys forever about these giveaways. I'm not going to do that. One day I may be calling you with a little whistling in the background, and I'm going to tell you won your own supercharged Chevy Silverado with $5,000 cash, and I'll cover your plane ticket or shipping for the truck to the lower 48. So anyway, let's get a coolant hose off. All right, drained all the coolant. Get out of here. Our upper radiator hose. Go into the pile. They'll be back soon when we need it. We have the tray for the battery that's going away for now. We already got our first piece going in. I'm so excited. This is the sub bracket for the blower, and it's gonna mount right in here to the cylinder head like that. All right, guys, I cheated a little bit. You should probably remove the water pump and this air pump to get these bolts tightened up. I got them in there. It was kind of difficult, but now I gotta tighten them so we can get the socket on. No way we can get a wrench in there, but it's an 8mm Allen. We can get an 8 wrench to tighten the Allen. Yes, it's like a tool helping the tool. And we'll get this one in there.
Car behind me will pull up and flash me
once these are flush, we can get in here with our Allens. Tighten up like that. It's time for the main bracket.
Get this summer started.
So a total of 3 spacers going in with the bolts. So this is our last one now. Looking good, all color coded. It's gonna be beefy. I'm tightening up the last one. Click. Oh, that's mint. These are aluminum brackets too. And I just want to point out, make sure to have all 4 of these in, just like it's pictured. I'm leaving the top one out right now just for accessibility reasons, but in the end you need 4. So before we install the supercharger, we need to install a drain. And this is going to make changing the oil on this a lot easier. So this is supplied from ProCharger, and I tell you to put it in now because it's difficult to get to that drain later. So twist this on and then tighten it up. There's a little O-ring on there too. There's that. And this has a plug. We'll zip tie this somewhere along probably the frame later. But eventually, when you need to change your supercharger oil, you're going to take this out. All right, guys, hang on. I just got a message from Avalon King on what the deal is right now for 4th of July, and it's insane. We've never had a deal like this before, but right now, you can get 3 Armor Shield 9 complete DIY ceramic coating kits for only $125. Normally, these are $70 a pop, so it would have been $210. Now it's $125, and it gets even better. You buy 3 for $125, you get a 16-ounce bottle of the Armor Shield Light Ceramic Spray. This is normally $35. You're gonna get it for free. Now, one of the DIY kits is good for a small to medium-sized car, so this is enough for every exterior surface, and that includes the glass, so you don't have to use your wipers as much. You can coat the wheels so brake dust doesn't stick to them, and it's one of the best trim restoring products on the market. This is probably the most satisfying part of the job. But if you have an SUV or a truck, you're definitely going to need 2 kits. If you only want 2 kits, they have a killer deal on that as well. I'll put all the deals down below. There's quite a few of them, but by far the best is to get the 3 with the free Armor Shield Light, and they're having a similar blowout 4th of July sale on the Armor Shield Max. So the Max lasts for 3 years instead of 2 years. It's also very fast curing, so you can do this job a little bit quicker. After you wash your car, you're simply going to wipe it on, wait 60 seconds, and then wipe it off. Now, I've ceramic coated pretty much every car in my fleet, and if you're not familiar, what this does is it fills in any pores on the clear coat and adds an invisible layer over your entire car that's going to protect it from the elements. This also keeps your car cleaner for longer because nothing will stick to it. Dirt and water just bead right off. This 4th of July sale is limited time and quantity. I have a feeling this is going to sell out last time this good, so definitely take advantage. Install the supercharger. We just have to loosen up these Allen heads right here, and that's so we can clock the Pro Charger. So we'll do that once it's installed. It's Pro Charger time. It's Pro Charger time on the Silverado. Oh my god. Love you guys. This is gonna get the coolest truck ever. Can I take a giveaway away? I just want to keep this myself. Kind of secretly why I made it 3 months. So I want to drive it a little. Here we go. The Eagle has landed. So many bald Eagle horsepowers just went in. Now we got 4 bolts. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard to hold it. Ah, don't fall. Supercharger. All right, there we go. I gotta get in here. I gotta lay right next to my Pro Charger to get these bolts started. Don't fall.
No boring seats in this house. Right, Mom? With more jackpots than ever, FanDuel Casino is perfect for a trillionaire like me. It's a trillionaire thing.
There we go. I got it. There's a Pro Charger being held in by a bolt in my Silverado. This is amazing. All right, we're tightening this guy onto the main bracket. I got this one started and this one down below. And we have a few little guys waiting to go in. The clocking was almost spot on. So we have the outlet right there. This picture helps a lot. So basically the outlet's going to be right in the middle. Now, before we get too carried away, we do not want to forget to put oil in this Pro Charger. And you guys want to see the mini dipstick? It's like a Honda-sized dipstick, but oil and oil changes. So we're going to inject this entire 100 miles. That's kind of the break-in. We will change it, and then it's every 6,000 miles. So basically, every time you change your engine oil, you change this too. They sent out the next 3 bottles too. All right, here we go. Oil going in. Drink up, little buddy. Drink up. Now we go back together with our dipstick, and that is done. Don't have to think about it. Don't want to forget about it. Next up is our belt, but I keep on skipping ahead. Just look at other steps. That air intake is going to be so cool. It's 4 inches too. But anyway, it's belt time. Alternator straight across to this idler to the Pro Charger. The only accessory you really need. We'll loosen up our tensioner under our supercharger idler. Okay, so that's that, and then this is adjustable, so we can either tighten it like that or loosen it this way. I think right there is going to be about good. Let's check our belt. Yeah, about right there is what you want. Once it starts getting tight, if you go past this point, it's too tight, so this is perfect. So then just make sure to tighten up this center bolt, and that'll lock your adjustment. Oh, and if you guys are curious, we are running the P1X Pro Charger. This bad boy is capable of producing upwards of 900 horsepower. Now, we're not going to get up that far. The whole idea behind supercharging the Silverado is not max effort, max power. It is having a lot more power, 150 more horsepower, bringing this to about a 500 horsepower truck, but also assisting in towing. And these systems are super reliable. There's an Avalanche out there that put one of these on at 10,000 miles. It's got about 400,000, I think over that now. And this thing is still trucking, and there are many other examples. The Pro Charger systems have been around forever. I had one of my old C4 Corvette, and they just last a very long time, and they produce reliable power. So whoever wins the Silverado is going to get a very stout but reliable truck. But if you do want to spice things up and replace the fuel system and go horizontal, like under the trunk, but we're doing the vertical one, so it gets all the air. So in order to get the grill out, we have to remove this. There are 2 7s on the inside. There's lots of little clips for this front fascia, but there it is. Take your time so you don't break them all. We took that out so we can access even more 10mm bolts for the grill. Lots of them. Now this grill should come out. It's a hefty little piece. There she is. Oh, so much room for activities. With the grill out, we can remove this large piece. There are 14 7mm. All right, that's the last 2 of them. So now this is out, and we're not going back in with this. This is an extra part. Next, we are going to remove the headlights. It's 4 10mm. Our last 10 is right here on the side. There we go. Huge headlight coming out. Just one plug. Bam. we got quite the pile over here. I gotta say, this generation Chevy truck is definitely one of my favorite. I love the grill. I love the headlights. Honestly, this is probably my favorite generation overall, even including the new ones. Let me know what you think. All right, we gotta take this big plastic shroud out next. A few 10s. Common theme here, 10s, 13s. The usual. You guys want to see something that was not fun at all? Getting this to loosen up. There's a few really easy bolts on the front, but on the back, look at that, that's the back. You have to loosen up this shroud and then finagle your hand in here. It's horrible. Anyway, that's coming out. Next up, we have to trim this guy, and they show you the pictures on exactly how to do this. So something important is this hole right here we need to retain, so always cut to the side that we're chopping out. Make sure that hole is left on the piece we need for our car. So I'm gonna leave probably more than we need. This little hack all works for the like butter. Sorry, butter just got a little hard. And we go back together on the truck. Here's the passenger side. Intercooler time. Look at this monster. This is such a nice piece. I'm just gonna go right here. So I didn't put the last bolts into the shroud so we can get these behind. There we go. Sneakaroo. And we just use the factory bolts for the top side like this. Snug them for now. Okay. Looking good. And then from down here, we are tightening up some bolts and some spacers, a washer. It's going in the factory spot, just new hardware. And yes, I have multiple car lifts, but I wanted to show you that you can do the entire ProCharger. You can't use a hand on your back like this. And yes, my neck right now is hurting quite a bit. Yeah, I just don't want to rest my head on the coolant that I spilled, you know? I'm just gonna do it.
Have you heard about Ryoko Pro? This is the cutting-edge portable Wi-Fi hotspot that people wish they found out about sooner.
It's hurting quite a bit, yeah. I just don't want to rest my head on the coolant that I spilled, you know? I'm just gonna do it. All right, with the bottom bolts in, this is the final tighten. She is solid. This looks fantastic. So we have some tubes to install down there. And right here, our parts table is getting bare. Superchargers right there, intercoolers right there. And now we have a bag full of tubing. So everything is labeled with what's inside of the bag. Our first hose going on from underneath. Slide on like that, and then point over towards the passenger side. These schematics and the instructions are pretty cool because they label each tube with a number. So we know that tube 355 is here. And our next piece is this beautifully powder coated 45. Here's where we're at so far. We got a 90 sticking up there. And it's time for some silicone. This one's gonna go right up here. All right, everything down there is tight. And the next piece of the puzzle was this. This expands out to, I believe, 3.5 or 4 inches from the 3 down there. Okay, yes, this one is 3.5. And yep, eventually when we get to the air filter system, this is 4-inch. I threw the air intake into our pile, but we need this, the mass airflow sensor. And this is a new mass airflow sensor one. Well, it didn't work well after being submerged in water. Just a couple of T15s, and it comes right out. And we can transfer this in. This has to go a certain way. And you can see here, there's a tab here, and ProCharger puts a tab right here as well. So you can't mess this up. Goes just like that. And they do give you new hardware. It is much prettier than the factory stuff, but it's mostly because they use a fine thread inside of this pipe, and GM uses a coarse thread. All right, just like that, we've installed our mass airflow sensor. Let's go install this thing on the truck. This is gonna be like the showpiece right under the hood. There's gonna be a blower there too, and you can see the intercooler through the grill. I can't wait to get this done. First things first, we have a silicone adapter for our throttle body. I totally put these clamps on. Weird. We did this properly. I like to have the clamps kind of facing down. And we always see is shininess on top. So we'll slide this over like so. Now it's the action tube. I don't know, what did I call that tube? Party tube? This is the action tube. Because that one's like partying, but it's not really doing anything yet. But by the time it gets through this, it's ready for action. It's about to get active. I saw that recently. Nice short. I kind of like the phrase get active. I think it means to fight or something, but it sounds cool. Getting active with this car, sort of. All right, is this thing on? Is that it? Push it on in. Ooh, that's looking good. Tighten up our throttle body clamp. And this one too. All right, looking good. We can plug in our master. So now we have the other side of the intercooler, so that goes there. And you'll notice this tube's not going to fit. We got to cut this out. This is in one of the previous steps to do it off the truck, but I just wanted to get it really close. Okay, we got the whole saw involved now. There we go. Perfect. All right, to make sure we had good clearance, I did a little bit more trimming. So now we have this going on, and this is going to fit right inside of here. With the tube fitting in there, I pulled it right off. I like to do lots of test fitting because right now we have to work on the horns, which normally go right in this area where that tube needs to come in. But if you want to do a little bit more trimming in this area, I don't want to see it, but I want it to look pretty and weight reduction. So a little die grinder goes a long way. It's gonna cut down any sharp edges, give it a little bevel. Kind of like one of those ice sculptors, you know, an artist. Just with plastic shrouds that need gigantic holes for pipes. Pretty much the same thing. Next up, we're gonna relocate the engine's computer using this stuff. And they also give you a new auxiliary battery tray. If you remember, we took the original out of this location, so now we're going back together with this. So the factory battery on the Silverado is right here, but I believe that some of these had the battery there. There may have been an option for 2 batteries too. Let me know in the comments. Is that a diesel thing? I forget which model had 2 batteries or just the battery there. I don't know, but GM gives you options. But now we have these 5 provided bolts, and we're gonna install these bolts like so. All right, there we go. Going straight. And one of these locates the washer tank. And guess which one it is? It's this one. You guessed right. Congrats. Now we can tighten these up. That is one nice looking auxiliary battery tray. It's gonna be our engine computer tray. Get over here. Oh yeah, man, this looks better. It used to be down here, and these are completely waterproof. No water got in there at all. Just in case you drop your truck in a lake or something, that'll be fine. Seriously, doesn't this look cooler up here? I love it. Now, you don't want your engine computer moving around like that, so they give you these nice aluminum brackets that are gonna go in like that. Get some screws for them. All right, our computer is solid. This looks sweet. I love these brackets. This is great. This is awesome. The horns down there, phenomenal. I like when things look as factory as possible. Next up, we have this. It is a tube, and it's gonna go on the blower outlet. So this is the first tube in the system that wants to party. You know what I mean? I don't even know what that means. It means it's getting boost, people. Now, this harness, which we see just out of the way. Another way. Clamp is tight on this guy. Get another clamp right here. And I'm gonna try something a little bit different. We're gonna deviate slightly from the instructions and see what happens. This is gonna be our pipe with our blow-off valve. All right, so we're gonna go in from the inside, like so. And then we'll slide this into the hose off of the blower, like that. Now we can make all of the final connections for this side. So we have a hose here, this little extension piece, like that. Like that, and we'll get the hose clamps on, and then finally we can put this hose through. I was making an adjustment to this pipe, and we got a battle wound, people. We got a battle wound. You know it's a good project when you get cut. You gotta get cut at least once. It happens. You ever get those cuts where you have no idea that you're bleeding? Like, you don't hurt, they're just bleeding. It's like, thank you, body. I don't want to have to actually stop this job. I'm just soaking this into a rag right here that's totally sanitary. Don't do anything that I do on this channel, please, except for cool car stuff.
Life is always changing, and our Lovesac couch adapts to it all. Gathering around for game day one moment, reconfiguring for entertaining the next, and tomorrow, a new look entirely. Because Lovesac adapts to life, our life.
A rag right here that's totally sanitary. Don't do anything that I do on this channel, please, except for cool car stuff. I tightened up a bunch of the hose as we went along, and I got an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work, but they give you this as kind of like a little extension piece right here, but I think it might just fit with this. So let's see, get this on like that. I got it. I did a little bit more trimming on the inside, so this fits in there nicely, and it's all connected inside of here as well. I used a T-bolt clamp in there. It's a pain in the butt to get to, but it's all tight. I think it'll hold up. There were so many little changes from 15 to 16 to 17, especially on these trucks, that ProCharger gives you a few extra parts. So you could use this right here to make it a little bit easier, but I think I got it to work just fine. But just in case, we're definitely gonna give this its first ride with all that stuff off, because it's a pain in the butt to get to any of this stuff, and we'll test it with some boost pressure first. I don't know why I said pressure like that, but it's hot in the shop. What can I say? Next up is our blow-off valve or surge valve. Probably a few other names for this, but on a ProCharger, this is actually open when you're at idle, so it's basically bleeding off the pressure from the blower, because when you're just driving around, you don't need it, and also that way it's not heating up the intercooler, so when you do get into it, this valve inside will close and allow all the boost to go through our intercooler and into the engine. So this guy goes right over here. Push it down like that. Looking good. And We'll face the Pro Charger that way. All right, with that secured, we have this. It's an air filter, but it acts as a muffler in this situation. That is all mounted. We still have to run a vacuum line to it, but this whole situation is looking so good. We're not done yet, but I think we can almost start this. We have to put our coolant hose back on. They actually want you to flip this. So this one that says radiator is now going to the engines. Feels so wrong. It clearly says engine there, and we're going to the radiator, but whatever. That's how you know you got a Pro Charger. Oh, the radiator side. Let's go to the engine. Get on there. It doesn't want to go. It's like, don't put me there. That's so wrong. What's an old English lady? That's why it doesn't want to go on. You're on. Cheerio. The engine side, it doesn't care. It's like, I'll go anywhere, dude. You don't know. There we are. That's how you know. The more you know. Before we can start this thing up, we need to inject it with a tune. So this Diablo Sport came with the kit with Pro Charger. Everything's in the box. I did have to remove the factory tune and email it to them, and then a few hours later they sent me a new tune. I love this warning. This is designed to increase vehicle performance and fuel economy. Do I agree? Yes. Give me more stuff. Yes. This is so cool. Tuned vehicle. It has a piston and rod assembly. Advanced tune. Yes, sir. All right. Here we go. So this was emailed to us and we uploaded it in Pro Charger. Yes. We'll go modified stock tune for the trans. Let's do this. Here we go. Apply tune. And we are riding away. Enhance. 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 Are we enhanced? Ooh, we're good. Please turn ignition off. Do not start. Okay, we'll hit continue now. 3, 2, 1. Please turn on. Continue. The countdown. So now it's writing the trans tune. In a few seconds. What are you guys up to? What are you guys working on right now? Anything fun? Like projects? Maybe one you've been working on for like 10 years in your garage and your significant other is yelling at you now to get it done. Or maybe it's your daily driver that's completely failed on you and is overheating like one of mine right now. All right. Trans tune is done. Tuning complete. All right. Can we start this now? I think we can start this. We're gonna go look over everything now one more time. First start with the Pro Charger. Oh. Do you hear that? I hear that. No way! This is insane! Let's go check it out. Yes, guys. This sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I'm serious. Oh yeah, you can still hear it. I'm gonna shut. This is gonna be me. This truck is gonna look totally stock. But when you hear this, it's either got a bit of water or a supercharger. Shut it down. We gotta finish this up and go for a ride. All right, we get this 90-degree elbow with a clamp that's gonna go on the blower inlet. That's a tight fit, that's for sure. There we go. All right, cool. So I knocked up our tube here and give you this bracket. We're using this factory radiator bolt through here. So we'll put it right back. I ended up having to take this off and trimming it down a little bit. And the reason I had to do that is because now it'll reach right around here. This is gonna utilize that clamp. We need that for sure, so this never touches the blower pulley. The way the silicone, it just wouldn't reach properly, so we had to trim it, so no biggie. Before we install the air filter and finalize this, we need to run a vacuum line to this, and then when we start it, it's gonna sound a little different. It's gonna go in my van because it's venting to atmosphere. So they give you a bunch of vacuum tubing that I'm trying, there we go. And I have to slide over the barb here. Very nice fit. Then I pulled the plastic valve cover. It's a dual cover. I like it. Anyway, I pulled that to get this off right here. This is part of the PCV system. It goes in there and grabs crankcase and ventilation from the valley plate of the engine. Next, we need to make this look like this with this stuff. I've relocated to a new plastic table. The other one is just a little bit too busy for me right now. We're going to use a little bit of our tape paste, and I really like this thread sealant. You can use Teflon tape if you want, but this is much easier. And let me just screw this one in here, and this end over here. That will hold one end with a wrench, and this doesn't require a ton of torque. And then two of these are getting plugged. And then tighten these guys down. Click, click. Once you see the LSC in the socket, it's torqued. That's official. Last but not least, but totally least in this situation, I never understood that saying. It makes no sense. It's like, it's literally the last. It is the least, too. Anywho, that's not, oh, hang on. I guess it wasn't really the least. The last step is cleaning off all the paste, and that's another reason I like this over the Teflon tape. It's easier to clean this thing up so you don't see any of that. Once it's all cleaned up, it looks like this. So we're going to remove this factory tube altogether, disconnected it from the bottom as well, and just pull it out. There we go. Goodbye. They give us a piece of 3/8 hose and a clamp so we can slide it on right here on this end, and we'll feed this through the factory through there, and then we can attach this plug is if you want to run a boost gauge or anything that would require a vacuum or a boost signal. This hose is all tightened up, and I've attached our vacuum line, and that leads to our surge valve. All right, one last thing now that we have the hose the length we want is we're going to chop it in half like that, and then we have to put in a one-way check valve. It has an arrow, so it's supposed to point that way. Very tight fit. That's what you want. Now this whole situation is complete. So the reason we have a check valve in a lot of factory turbo or boosted cars have a check valve is so that you're not sending boost pressure where you don't want it. In this case, in the valley plate on some cars, the other way through the brake booster, you don't want that either. So that is needed so we don't blow stuff up. Something I probably should have done before I put the blower on was install some new spark plugs. So anytime you add boost, you want to run a colder spark plug. On the Escalade supercharger system, they said not to run a colder spark plug, but I kind of don't agree with that. I think you should run a colder plug, but the tune for that was designed for it. This one, they want you to run a little bit of a cooler one, and that's what that, prevent detonating. And if you guys haven't gotten one of these plug gapper tools, I highly recommend it. You put the spark plug in like that, so you tighten this up, and we want to go to 32,000, so I put a 25,000 feeler gauge in here, and I do that because once you tighten this up, go back, and that falls out. There's a little bit of a recoil, and then once you're done, you're going to use your 32,000 feeler gauge, and it's just got to fit in there nice and snug like this. That's perfect. Sometimes you have to double these up, but 7 plus 25, I'm pretty sure that's roughly 32. Right. All right, all 8 of our spark plugs are gapped. So the gapping prevents what's called spark blowout. So when you add a supercharger or a turbocharger and you add boost, it could literally blow out the spark if the gap is too large. In factory gaps, they set up to be quite large. It's all because of emissions reasons. So technically, when you're on a boost, the engine runs a little bit inefficiently with a shorter gap. Like the TA is gapped way down, the E55, and like 25 other cars that I boosted, I've never noticed a decrease in fuel economy or anything by gapping it down. So for me, it's like a win-win.
I come from a family of aviators. I currently have 10 pilots, give or take, in my family, and it took me a while to realize that I kind of wanted to join the family business. I'm scared of heights, and I get motion sick, and at the end of that third one, it was something I could get over, and that I was going to do it. And I love the people, I love the I talk to, I love the area, and it just seemed like a good fit for me. Delta has always been the airline that I wanted to work for from day one.
Never noticed a decrease in fuel economy or anything by gapping it down. So for me, it's like a win-win. Yay. Well, now, in hindsight, I probably should have done this, without the blower here, but actually, no, I take that back. The blower's really not in the way. It's kind of a bomb race right now. So, blower, then we plugs. Alright, so here's one of our smart plugs. I already replaced these, and so that's why they're brand new. One of these really expensive iridium plugs. I'm totally saying these plugs are like 10, 12 bucks. The ones I'm putting in, my price, like wholesale price, $15 a plug. They're only 20. That's insane. Really expensive smart plug. Right there. I think. Yes. I got this one started. Not the funnest job. Silverado. You guys want to hear something funny? I was just talking about that. The spark plugs are a big deal. I was thinking that was the first spark plug because the real first spark plug is so hard to get to in the quicker that I didn't even see it. Yeah, I got it. Really nothing to show, but there's a spark plug right there. So do the plug before the blower. Don't get too excited. You gotta do spark plugs. All these are most fun. I'm just kind of rushing my arm here, tightening stuff up my hand. My view's pretty good, guys. I'm just staring at the E55 during most of this project, and it just looks so good. But under the car cover over yonder, it's just the type. That's not the secret car. It's over there. What is that thing? What is that? I don't know. Do you know? Since we drained out all the coolant, this thing is getting a coolant flush with the good stuff and oil. I think this is the only fluid I didn't change after all the repairs. It was completely sealed and didn't get contaminated at all, but now it's getting new coolant. Now I can do the final reinstallation of this valve cover, and just to show you guys, I had to chop it down this much. All right, this is final installation. I shouldn't say that, but final installation of this air intake tube, like so. And then we have our filter, and before the air filter goes on, we actually have to drill a hole in it. There we go. ProCharger gives you a barb for this, but I'm going to 3D print a different one because we're going to be hooking this up with different size hoses. They give you the larger ones, so we're going to use something slightly different for a catch can. Our little barb is almost done. It's about a 15-minute print. And look at this, we got another printer too. This one's actually cheaper than this one because it's not contained. And right now this is kind of weird because it's a robot making a piece for its robot friend. So it's printing a little spool holder. This is the beginning, people. like eventually robots are going to rule the world. But right now it's going to make a sweet barb for us so we can have a successfully supercharged Silverado. It's kind of worth the world being taken over, right? Sorry, hang on, I don't know where I was going. This thing is already done. There we go. Slag out of here. And we're sticking a barb fitting in like that. I just blew this out with some compressed air so it's all clean. And now we can install it right here. So good. And remember we have our bracket here, so we're going to clamp the air filter and make sure that this tube stays rock solid. Oh, it's solid. We are getting there. This looks so cool. There's an option for the air filter to be somewhere over yonder, but I think this is way better. It's going to get cooler air from this area. Just overall, this looks too awesome. That's about to get even awesomer because we're going to install a catch can right here. So there are instructions to run the PCB system the factory way by drilling into the air filter just like that. But I'm going to add a catch can into the mix. I noticed I have to trim a little bit off the washer tank. After a little bit of grinding, this is the bracket we're going to use with our catch can from Improved Racing, made in the USA. All right, now we can install this in like here. Hold this. Let's eventually put that back in now. All right, solid. Look at that. The catch can kit comes nice fitting, so we get to click these right on. This one will run to the air filter like that. Now we're routing some large PCB hoses. So this one is going right where we had a factory hose. We installed the T here. This hose is going to this side valve cover, so they're connected right there, and then they go this way to the little barb that we 3D printed to it down to our size hose that goes to the air filter. And also, before you get ready to call it done, just look around the belt, make sure nothing's close. Reinstall your headlights so you can see at night, because I'm totally driving this home tonight with no front grille. We're going race car mode. We should poke a hole in this headlight for more airflow. Totally be worth it, right? This thing is looking pretty awesome. Let's hear it now with the surge valve. Great, guys. So you don't really hear it at idle like you do on my van. I love it. Kind of don't like shit notes on the we went with a different surge valve on this. Truck's running perfectly, no lights on, nothing. I mean, we barely had to disconnect any of the engine harness. Like, there was just a mass airflow sensor. That's it. It runs smooth as glass. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want to affect reliability of this truck whatsoever. I just wanted more power, and that is the beauty behind this system. And here we go, people. First drive with the supercharger. Oh gosh, so all you hear right now is blower because we have a totally stock exhaust. The whole truck is stock. I am probably going to change the exhaust in a future episode, but it's going to be tasteful. It's not going to be loud. I want this whole thing to just be a very professional, well put together truck that could last forever. All right, engine's warmed up. Half throttle. This is way faster. Half throttle's like full throttle. That's crazy. I don't want to go too much here because we are going to go to the dyno. I just want to make sure that AFR and all that stuff is good, and then obviously we'll measure power. But I always say this, I'm not going to get out. I'm not going to get out of it, right? It's going to be half. It's going to be half. I promise it'll be half. Oh, yeah. They like totally sound stock. Like I can hear it a little bit in here, but I wonder what it sounds like from the outside. Alright guys, this is, again, half throttle, it'll take off, alright? That's all this. This truck, guys. This is gonna feel so good. I cannot wait until tomorrow. We are getting this over on the Fluid Motor Union dyno, and then I get to rip it.
A John Deere 1 Series tractor helps you get the job done by making it easy to get started. With simple, intuitive
Fluid Motor Union dyno, and then I get to rip it. That's rip it. Yes! Oh my god, this thing is awesome. Alright, I'm heading back home with this tonight, and we are going to visit the ProCharged van. We gotta get these two together. Calling my son real quick.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's up, man? What are you up to?
Nothing. What are you up to?
Oh, you know, just driving something supercharged home.
Wow, what?
Silverado!
Yay!
I'm driving home without the grill and just checking over if there's any boost leaks and stuff, so it sounds awesome though.
That's cool.
What?
I had a drum lesson.
Oh yeah, that's right. How'd it go?
Yay!
What'd you play?
That's me, Tony.
No way, that's awesome! Well,
And this is the 5.3?
It's the 5.3, yeah.
I would guess on my dyno, you know how people get about my dyno, but I would guess we'll be somewhere between 400 and 430 horsepower.
Okay.
With a 5.3 on a simple blower setup like that.
And that's a lot more than I thought. Yeah, we'll see.
Which is impressive.
Like OJ's dyno, like when you're talking heartbreaker, it's worse. I don't know what's worse than a heartbreaker, heart ruiner. I have no idea. Well, like a 707 horsepower crank Hellcat does what?
It'll do 490.
490. So like
95.
Yeah.
Something you're familiar with, E55 AMG will do like 389.
And that's what, 500 crank supposedly. So, but it's a tool. I want to make sure this thing is safe.
As long as we're anywhere between the 389 and the 430, I think.
Yeah, this should be a 500 crank horsepower truck now.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out. Place your guesses down below. OJ's pulling the Silverado in. I have a gift for OJ's shop foreman, Keller. I have forgotten the last 5 times here to give him a legit Street Cars Ultra pen light, and that's all OJ uses now, and he loves it. So at this point, if I didn't bring this, if I forgot again, I was just gonna avoid him. I think this is Keller. Hey Keller, I got you something.
Oh, hell yeah.
Finally. I had forgotten to bring it here the last 5 times. What, you finally got one. Good luck, man. Should I just leave it like this? It looks pretty darn cool. Getting a lot of looks because the rest of the truck is totally normal. And then we just have this. This is the side, people. We got 5.3 Silverado, and this BMW says 5.3 here. Granted, that's the displacement of my engine, and that's just how much washer fluid is in here, but that's a sign of something. Maybe it's a sign of like 530 crank horsepower. I don't know. And there's a Trans Am looking down upon my Silverado. Signs all over the place. I think OJ has about 40 thousandths of an inch in between the truck and the door. But he's done this a few times. The Escalade was just as bad. You guys gotta check out OJ's channel. They got some like serious stuff going on here. So they emailed us our new tube. We zipped it into here. Yep. And continue. All right, here we go again. Here we go, people. OJ's gonna set up the tack with the dyno right now. God, I love this sound. Dyno's all set up. We're ready to go. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm always nervous on the first run of the dyno. Here we go. I don't know what just happened there. That was quick though.
Find a downshift, so I gotta figure out.
Oh, okay. It's hard to roll into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why every time we hear the blow-up valve going on, it's OJ letting out. This thing keeps on wanting to downshift. But then I think it upshifted. Alright, I think that was a successful run. It was good. It's so quiet and then that blow off is amazing. I have in mind is 400 wheel, which is about 500 crank on OJ's dyno, and the most got up to 75, and it feels very choked up. And I'm wondering if we have a catalytic converter restriction. So this was underwater and then it froze, and I think this thing has always just felt a little sluggish, that maybe it's clogged. So we're gonna do another test. I'm gonna temp on it and see. I don't know, I think something's wrong with the exhaust. I mean, luckily we are at the best place in the world to have exhaust issues.
Play Huff and Even More Puff only on FanDuel Casino with even more bonus spins.
Have exhaust issues. Yeah, as it heats up, it's getting worse. So we're just gonna check the difference between the two. We have let it cool down, so we should probably just have to run, but we're at 250 on this side. Okay. The temperature is off by like 100 degrees side to side. It smells very sulfury back here. I think the cats are bad. I think they've been bad since I've owned it.
All right, so a big part of getting the car to run out right, it's always a balancing game. I got to figure out how to not have it kick down. So that's what that orange graph's indicative of. I'm trying to figure it out. And this is the ones that you kept remember kicking down in the third. By the time I got a decent run in there, that's where we're at. But my main concern is it feels weird. But all of the runs that I was able to drag out further, look how it falls off after 5 grand. It takes a nosedive, man. I'm pretty sure these LED3s have enough intake on them where you don't see this sort of thing. And even then, if you did, it would be gradual, not a sharp dive. It's almost like it's getting so much jammed in there and it's seeing it can't take anymore and it's just coming down.
Yeah, it smells very bad in here.
My guess would be something going on in those cats. Maybe it's just too small for the blower 2.
actually need it. You need an exhaust to run this. I'm not sure. I don't hear anything weird, but that's not a good sign. Feels isn't a good sign, and this thing should be making a decent more power. We should be up at least into the 300s with nothing else going on if it was an exhaust issue. Yeah. But it's not even making that curve. Something's off. And something's interesting. When we were testing before 0 to 60s, it's like a second and a half off on 0 to 60. But when we did the blower, I didn't go full throttle until we got, I didn't want to go until we got here. Quarter half throttle feels like it's about to rip, but I haven't felt it at wide open. And that would make sense. The exhaust is enough to flow in the beginning, just not up top. This feels exactly like clogged cats to me. Air fuels look okay, but that could change if it free flows a little bit. But I don't think it's going to change leaner. It'll change, maybe up half a point, down half a point. But this doesn't look unsafe, but I think you guys have fun. Maybe there's like a Velasquez and Son muffler shop around here. Like, I couldn't leave it like that. Let's take a look at it just to get this thing more free flowing to match up with what you're going to put on there in the future. Right. More performance based than us doing a full blown. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I think the moral of the story here, OJ, is to always have a second blue pickup truck as a backup, especially if it's at my shop. Yeah, have a dyno plan. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to be driving away in the Lightning. It's done, and I've swapped it now for the Silverado. So stay tuned in the next Silverado video because hopefully we're going to uncork all of its potential and make it actually fast. But I think it's exhaust. I don't think you're far off. Yeah, we'll make it sound cool at the same time, and maybe who knows, throw in some other mods. So if you guys are used to other giveaways of trucks and cars where it just looks perfect, that's not me. I'm still working on this thing as we're doing the giveaway, and you guys know it's going to be perfect when I'm done with it. So don't forget to enter at legitstreetcars.com, buy anything on the site to enter to win this truck, which will be shredding tires very soon. Very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, share the video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel for Union as well, and his complete video on the Lightning. Most an awesome day. I'll see each and every one of you in the next video. Now, we got to test after. Where are you last time you get up? Oh, it's right here. You can get to me. You guys, I got a little set. Nice and awesome. Hey, yes, I do have a lift, but and yes, I do have a lift, but I just.
Today we are back at the secret Mercedes warehouse for another classic Mercedes that's been sitting here since, well, the plate says 1989, which is kind of hard to believe that it's at this spot since then. But I do know that it hasn't been driven. And look at this car.
Yeah, it's a 1960 220, right?
I believe so, 220. It's so hard for me to keep track of Mercedes and all of the numbers that they go by. You have the 190, 220, 230, 250, 300, 350, 400, 500, 550, 600, ES, M.
A little bit too complex for me as well. But the 220 SE, so apparently this was like top dog of its day in 1960. And it's in a peculiar color. It's like this, what was it, like a robin's egg? Like a robin's egg.
I have... Dude,
right?
When you talk, I know what you're going to say before
well,
you say it.
That's the way to describe this blue.
We are on the same wavelength. Sometimes me and Mike, we don't see eye to eye. Today, I might as well be conjoined. Supposedly this is original. I'm going to check the door jamb real quick to see, but yeah, it is. I mean, it probably has been painted, but I do believe this is the original color that it was painted. I don't know, Mike, what's your thoughts?
I think so. I mean, they did a really good job if they repainted it. And it's got a dark blue interior, too. It stinks.
Yeah, I think there's a cigar on the front seat. I can't see, but I guess we'll get into the interior later because there's a bunch of quirks and features that Michael mentioned, like how much wood is in this interior. But we're not going to get into that yet. I'm not good with the denominations of Mercedes, but there's so many that are in this warehouse that we probably won't end up featuring on the channel. So why don't we take a quick walk and show you guys what else is in here. If there's one that you really want us to do in a future video. As we start the walk, we have a 300 with the 300 SD.
Yeah, this was a diesel.
And then a, which was the Big Daddy for America, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We have cars that don't have a B-pillar. Cars that don't have a B-pillar. I think it looks sweet.
Oh, it definitely does with the windows down.
We should do this one day too. Now, this is one of the most expensive cars in the Mercedes collection here.
It is none other than a Mercedes 190 SL. And if you guys don't know, we actually found and filmed a video on VIN number 000008. We found the 8th 190 SL. This looks like a later model than the one we found, considering ours was a 1955. So Mike said he's going to do a solo video on this bus. He's going to detail the whole entire bus for you guys by himself, while me and Brent take a 1-week vacation. This is sick. This thing is pretty sweet. There's a bed back here. I didn't realize that this had TV, microwave, fridge. You know what? When we see old stuff like this, I can't help but think that whoever bought this brand new was big pimpin'. Super big pimpin'. There's a shower in here. Yeah. And a full range, or a full, rather, oven. This is more well set up than a lot of the campers that I've been in that are like new. And here we have 2 large V8 Jeeps. That one's got a big block from a Buick in it, which is incredible. And then this thing, I think, has a small block from a Chevy. Which one are you driving, Mike? I'm taking the orange one. I think the orange one's better. The orange one's very nice. This is a very nice car.
He also has another set of 190 SLs here, and as you can see, this one's seen better days, but this one is immaculate. This one's really, really nice.
Last but not least, one of the rarest bar finds you'll ever see is a Mercedes GTR. MG GTR. So this thing is really cool. V8 bi-turbo. I think this thing giddy up to go. It's probably a little faster than some of the other cars in here.
That may be an understatement.
Yeah, this thing's really cool. Anyways, now it's time to actually drag out our 1962 220 SE, a tug of war, and see who can pull it the fastest. How long it takes us to get the car rolling. I'll go first. Tighten up, Brent. Let me know when. Oh, freak. I know how to do this. Yeah. Okay. How long did it take you? No way, dude. Can't pull it today. Wow. This thing's too heavy. Alright. Why they gotta make Mercedes so heavy? But you know what works? Teamwork. Ready? The teamwork. Oh my god. I told you it's heavy. Don't quit. Quitters. We'll have this out in no time. Yeah.
Well, while it's actually getting pulled out by the real tow rig, we found something a little bit more interesting and had some fun with it.
Alright, we're waiting to get this. Break my wheel. This moves incredibly easily. I can't believe how easy. You don't even feel his weight back there. Brett, come and try this. I've been on a diet. You know, we didn't get one of these. And then when you want to park it, you just... Oh, God, no. Put it back. When you want to park it... Light it up. No, put me back. Help me. That's not nice. Guys, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you guys. 5 years ago, Brent and I started this channel in an underground parking garage underneath a hospital where we started filming those videos. And fast forward 5 years later, we have 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. It's still mind-boggling. I never thought that we would get to that point. And now we are giving away a Corvette Z06 and have a full product line with our name on it that we make, create here. My best friend Mike is a business owner in WDR Supply. We employ our friends and family, and we get to do cool stuff like this to say thank you guys for all that you've done for us. And now as we come into the final stretch of the Corvette Z06 giveaway, we thought we'd do something special. Until our Corvette Z06 giveaway ends, we are going to be putting real money in every single order. So whether you order a towel, a bottle of sealant, or a full kit, you're getting cold hard cash in your order. Could be $1, could be $100, and one of you is going to win $1,000. And again, guys, this is our way of saying thank you. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for riding with us for this long. It's crazy that this is our job, and we would not be here without you. So we figured we'd do this to give back. So if you are looking for any B-Ton supplies, go to WDAutosupply.com, go buy some B-Ton supplies, win some cash, and have an opportunity to win that Corvette Z06. And again, guys, thank you.
If Quinn bit down, everyone would want his pale head on a pike. An energy blast sent Quinn flying onto his back. Rex, the ringleader of Quinn's bullies, looked down on
cash and have an opportunity to win that Corvette Z06. And again, guys, thank you. Now let's get back to the video. All right, we are back with the 220 SE, and I gotta say, I love the baby blue paint job.
on this car, and I have a feeling that it's not original. I was told that it was original, but I doubt it. I don't think Mercedes painted any cars during this time, or really at all, this baby blue color. So I want to do a little searching to see if I can find evidence that it was painted something else prior to being painted this baby blue. So I figured the first place that I'm going to check is inside the engine bay.
It's a shame that there are no companies that really make a blue like this, besides maybe off like a supercar or something, like a Porsche or a Lamborghini.
Back in the 50s and 60s, they painted cars a lot of colors, and actually, if you look at cars now, they're pretty monotone. They tend to be a lot of gray, white, black. So whenever I see cars like this, I get a little giddy. It's a nice color. Just as I expected, Mercedes is a very prestigious company that does high quality work, and I don't think that they would have left this overspray on the core support here. So yes, it was painted. I don't know when this was painted, but I guess I will find out later when I go to polish the vehicle and see if I get any paint bleed on my pad to see if this is single stage or a base clear. But my assumption is this is probably painted somewhere like the 1980s, 1990s, and for that time period, not that bad of a paint job. But it was indeed painted. Can't tell what the original color was.
Maybe black. I mean, that was their typical color for Mercedes back in the day. Black, silver, white.
Yeah, it's got paint match springs. Come over here, Brent. Look at this. You ever seen that?
No, I've seen paint match.
That springs? Look for a second. Come on, paint match. Let's yeah, good strut. I want a paint match.
You can paint match.
So while they talk about painting hood struts, I want you guys to leave a comment below. What color do you think this car originally was? And are you a fan of this blue? I think it's beautiful as well. Begin to pressure wash the car, we're not going to use any of our pre-wash because we don't want to risk the pre-wash possibly staining a single stage paint. But I want you guys to pay very close attention throughout this wash process and watch as the blue on this car brightens up a ton. I'm going to talk you through each step.
Mercedes E55 AMG wagon that you guys saw a couple videos ago, this old Mercedes didn't have an awesome feature where the hood would go straight up. And this might be the hardest to work on car ever, because this is about as high as the hood goes. So you're constantly under the threat of being smashed by this hood. Under the hood of this 220, we have an inline six. This is a 2.2 liter motor, so it's not so big, but it's surprisingly powerful. For a 1960, this thing made 115 horsepower, which blew me out of the water. That's a lot more than I expected. I expected something in the realm of 65 to 80 horsepower. So I know that this has a pointed advanced fueling system, injection system. So even though this car may look really old, this is like cutting edge technology for the day, which is really cool. Luckily, this thing just seems to be a little bit greasy and a little bit dusty. So we're going to be using our degreaser and see how it looks like when we're done. Now the owner of this car does have the water pump off of it, and then also the air cleaner is off. So I'm just going to cover this area up and the water pump as well. And this thing should be ready to go.
This is what I'm most excited for. Because we didn't use our pre-wash, there's still a lot of contamination on the paint, but watch as we use cherry suds. Show some before and afters after the whole process, and just using cherry suds and our new microfiber mitts that are on, it's crazy. For the icing on the cake, you can see there's some really stubborn yellow staining that didn't come out, and that's all just rusted ice into the paint, which our iron kryptonite's going to remove flawlessly.
Moving to 220 SE, I must say that before we turned the camera on, we had to fill a garbage can with some materials, some stuff from magazines, old magazines that we can't really show on YouTube. So I'll let your imagination go where it wants with that one. But we got all of it out so that we can show you the beautiful interior of this old Mercedes. I have to say the quality and craftsmanship of 50s, 60s Mercedes was unlike any other car. I really love how they always used real wood and just this high-class material like real nice metals. And they were always just completely different than other brands. Like they felt super luxurious, but at the same time, all functional stuff. I'm pretty sure this car has about like 8, but I'm not sure how much this thing was driven or what kind of lights had. But the one thing that I don't like about old Mercedes, which I never really talk about what I don't like about these cars, is the steering wheels, because number one, they're huge, and then number two, they're always made out of this. I'm not sure if it's like a pressed wood material, but it never lasts long. It always ends up cracking like this. So we can get the coloration of this back to more of a white, but it's just damaged to the point of no return. Let's not talk about the Mercedes. Let's talk about what's in the Mercedes for a second, because there's some cool stuff here on the floor. I'm not sure what this is. It looks, oh my god, it's way heavier than I thought. Oh. This is some kind of light. Super. I'm not sure what this thing is. It's some kind of light for sure. But if you know, let me know in the comments what kind of big old light. Type K-10A. And then over here, it looks like we have an old camera. Spartus. Ooh. That fits very good.
I guess that add control bars to the left and to the right. +2, -3, kind of a white.
That fits very good. Spartus 35. I wonder if this is worth something. Maybe we should start filming some stuff on this. Well, we'll explore what else we find out in this car, but let's start by getting these seats out of here so I can get started on the carpet.
Alright guys, if you watch our last week's video, then you know about Steven, our seagull, and look who's at our front door, the WD front door. He's just sitting there, chilling out. But, that's an issue, because I'm going to get out of the car. We have a development in the story. Steven's mom has found him, and she watches him from up there, and this is what happens. If anyone comes near, she flies by them and tries to scare them away. It doesn't scare me, but she's being very protective of him sitting there, and she's dive bombing anyone that comes to our parking lot. Steven did come back. Now we're dealing with Mama, which we don't have a name for yet. Maybe someone can drop a comment of what we should name the mom. She's very loving and protective up there, but he can't get up there, so he just sleeps by our door.
play with my heart like that. Good morning, King. How you doing? Feel better today? Oh, you woke up and chose violence. You woke up and chose violence this morning? I was just talking about last night's job. You pulled up on me with the violence. Where am I at? I was pretty close now. I said I was close to you. I was near you. Yeah, now I am. I'm a ways away now. Let's see. I told you yesterday I was near you. I'm almost in Wisconsin now. Minnesota. No, Minnesota. I gotta go through Wisconsin to get to Minnesota. She woke up and chose violence. I want problems. Too. I bet your shot got better without the obstructions in the way. I said I bet your shot got better without the obstructions in the way. Without the obstructions in the way. No, I mean the reduction. That conversation last night was silly. It is. Not everything, just a lot of things. When you have a good time, it's okay to laugh. You're not going to put a cap on my fun. You all playing. I don't know what you're apologizing for. You didn't do nothing to me. I said, I don't know what you was apologizing for. You didn't do nothing to me. Oh yeah, you was definitely irritable and frustrated, but it didn't bother me none. It wasn't towards me. It was just venting a little bit. I'm not worried about that. But I did have to go to sleep, so I just use that as an excuse for the man. I don't know what this Leo stuff you're talking about. This is just something I like to do from time to time. I like to take it as it is. It's fair. It's all fair. Love it more. That's kind of what happened. I just let you steer in the direction that you wanted to steer in. Get out of your way. I don't know why you're upset. There's no pleasing. There's no pleasing. This be your relaxation day. Little self-care on the Sabbath is always a good thing. Make sure you stretch your fingers. You're welcome. I'm starting to believe this. Huh? You ain't say nothing? What about? No, I stopped talking to the crazy. I said what I said. Because there's a lot of them out here. That takes the fun out of it. It's like shaking gifts under. You don't gotta stay on the phone and take that shit. I hang up on people. You don't have to stay on the phone and take that. I hang up on people. You start getting extra, I will hang up and block your black ass. Oh, man. I'm very particular with my time space. If you're draining me or giving me anxiety, and I ain't sorry either. Goodbye. It was not nice to meet you. You got stuck. I'm not sorry. I'm gonna say goodbye. It was not nice to meet you. Please do not contact me no more. I'm not your friend. Yeah. You know what we call that? Being frank. That's all it is. Being discerning, being frank, telling people what it is for what it is. It's all right. There's somebody else for you to bother. Huh? Sometimes people do stuff like you're telling me about. You gotta let them know straight up. You gotta add a little extra. You can't just say goodbye, because that might mean you coming back. Hey, everybody say goodbye, right? Everybody says goodbye, but hey, talk to you later, goodbye, call you next time. It's not stern enough. You gotta put a little more oomph on that thing. And get your point across clearly on no misunderstandings. I doubt it. You keep maintaining his crazy, you're gonna keep coming back. Some people don't understand this. Hold on, I gotta get this out. Listen, you get me trying to cap my life, yo. You gotta let me enjoy these conversations, yo. I love life. I'm a lover of life, and these stories are amazing. Okay, I'm done. Good. probably is up on the apps, but she keep her mouth shut. She don't be indulging all the shit that he be talking about. She just go, yeah, okay, baby. Come get this thing. Come get this thing. Shut the hell up. That old lady know how to handle him. That's okay. That's all right. Put a little excitement in my morning. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to do, isn't it? Well, why is she taking stuff that she don't know? You know what? Never mind. Listen, you read it, you made a decision then, and just sticking to it. That's all there is to it, right? That's it. I made my decision when I bought it, and I know what's going to happen. I might not remember what's going to happen, but I know what I bought it. I knew what I bought it for, so I'm going to take it. I love it. I love it. Oh, there's so many things that could make me feel appreciated. I mean, let's see. It's nice when someone says they like, I appreciate that you did something for me. Or they do something that shows you they're appreciative. It doesn't even say a word. Like, let me give you a good example. So, what? Did I ever go to Victoria's Secret for a woman? Yeah. How you gonna interrupt me and give me a whole different train of thought? You know what? Let me give you this example. I feel appreciated when someone asks me a question and lets me answer. There we go. There we go. Got a little appreciation out of you. How about that? Look at you learning. You are moldable. You're like clay. I like clay. I like clay. You're moldable. I can work with you. You haven't been cured and hard yet. I said, listen close now. You are like clay. You're moldable. You're malleable. Yeah, see, you're teachable. And you're willing. I like that. That's a good attribute to have. That's just like clay, there's work to be done. Get you the way I want you. My bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you're like clay. That's right. No, so I appreciate being appreciated in different ways. You know, a nice meal here and there, a little kiss on the cheek while I'm working at the house or something. You know, just walk by. You know, something easy, something light. You know, see see me sweating out in the yard, cleaning something up, you bring me something cold to drink. No, I'm easy. How much I need? Yeah. Like Sunday morning. How do you like to feel appreciated? Still there, did I lose you? I said, how do you like to be appreciated? Huh? Yeah, it makes you feel appreciated. You like to be appreciated first. Because there's so much to unpack there. I got you. Where it doesn't feel like you're just trying to keep even. Is that what you mean? You don't feel like you're just trying to be even with. Oh. Triples. You got TC dude, pickup truck, and camper. That's what's up. I can't wait to get my shit together. I'm gonna be out of here. It is. I've been through a lot in life already. And I'm not right where I want to be, how I because life is so different. Even because I got a clean slate. And for men, life starts around 38. Huh? Check that out. Okay. I'm not a woman. I can't. Well, listen, life starts for you guys when y'all around 18, 19. Yeah, 18, 19. Yeah, that's when life starts for y'all, because that's when y'all prettiest. That's when y'all most supple. Not 18, but from then on, that's, you start coming into your prime. Listen, this is when you start coming into your prime. Between 18 and like 24. Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna let you cook then. I'm gonna let you cook. Oh, okay. Alright. and I'm gonna let you cook. Let her cook. Gonna come out the oven on top with a nice glaze. Ready to get ate up. You out the oven. Ready to be devoured. Let's pull off a little bit before I take a bite. Oh, that aqua is so good. It's so good, I tell you. 5 hours and 15 minutes to go. Let's go. 4:30, I'll be there. I might be there before that because. Huh? I've been driving for the last 3 hours. Yeah, I'm working right now. Oh, this morning? Oh, I indulged a little bit this morning. I had a Cinnabon, black coffee. Yes, that made me happy. Gave me a little heartburn though. Classy. Black hair, white tips on the natural nail. I like that shit. I think you do got pink under the white, don't you? You don't? Maybe you got them done since then. Oh, yes. Much better. All right, almost in Iowa. No, Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. I headed north and then west. We gotta get up to 91st, then head on over. I'm happy my detail products showed up at the place. I'll pick up my mail. Next time I go home, I can clean my truck real good. Make it look nice and crispy for the summertime. This is good. That's right. They should take you as you are, darling. Just as. So why are you going now? Oh, you living this year? Gosh, let loose. You already answered that, don't backtrack. You said you gotta let loose. Go ahead and let loose, baby. It's okay. Oh, that's right. Journey. Journey. My bad. Keep forgetting. Don't stop believing. Hold on to the feeling, yeah. That's what you're doing? You're on your journey? I'm rooting for you, baby. Yeah, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I still don't know what the journey is. What's up here? You just walking around with you got a destination, you're looking for something. I'm so she'll do anything for love, but she won't do that. Oh. You don't want love? Love gotta want to shoot. That's it. Let go. Let love. I love that for you. I said whatever's for you is for you. Now I understand. I get it. I get what you're telling me. I'm picking up what you're telling me. Damn! How long they gonna do construction on this road? This shit is giddy up. Let's go, Jeep. Kind of step on it. Damn, I forgot to eat that one. Oh, shit. I don't know how to lotion either. I need a lotion. I need a lesson in the lotion game. I need to look down all the way. Show me how to do it. I just keep missing these spots. I do. I swear I do. I swear I don't get it right. I ain't lying. I'm telling the whole truth. Ooh, Lord. Start me lying. I'm just trying to have my way. Oh, okay. Listen here, woman. I like that. That just sounds nice. I like it because like roll off the tongue. Woman. Kind of makes me happy when I say it. Huh? Starting to think I'm toxic. I don't know how I'm toxic, but you told me to do it. That makes you toxic. You woman, now I'm toxic all of a sudden when I do what you said. Oh, well, wait a minute. You chose. The choice is yours. With all powers combined. It's giving flammable. Combustible. Ooh, I like that. It's giving caliente. Caliente. Ah, damn. Oh, were you referring to the other dude or me? Oh, shit. Okay, yes. You did choose violence this morning. Dang. I like it. Give me more. Look who's opening up a little bit. I like this side of you. You're fine. I didn't know if you was going to be fine. I know you was getting real reserved those first couple of days I was talking to you, but I was like, yeah, I'm like, yo, she's fun deep down. I know she is. Something about her lashes. No, I'd say we're getting a read. I said, listen to the side of her. Potato. And orange. How you like them apples? I love apples. No, I don't like all apples either. I don't like Fiji apples are okay, but I like Cosmic Crisp apples. Cosmic Crisp. Nah, those joints are like the size of my hand, but they do have smaller ones. Like they got different sizes. They go big also. It depends. It's a toss up because sometimes they come out grainy. It's like they pick up too soon or something. They don't be hitting right all the time. I don't like that. But the Cosmic Crisp, they're consistent. They're consistently sweet. They're consistently like snap off crispy. Like what? Oh, okay. Alright. I thought you were throwing shade for a second there. That was nice. Huh? It up? Nah, you opened up the sky. You said I wasn't sweet. I like that. I'll try to be. Oh, yeah. That's a compliment. Thank you. I thought you was calling me a sweet nigga. Nah. We ain't doing that. Listen, you know how to talk to me, don't you? You can't give it to us. I'll do my best to be nice. I'm not gonna always be. It's not realistic. I'm a person. I have emotions and moods. Maybe not often, but they happen from time to time. Chicago. I'm black captain. Blown the fucking. You big gay guy. You ain't going nowhere. You like gay guy. Listen, I ain't no trick, nigga. Yeah. You know Hershey makes Reese's, right? I'm still Hershey, baby. I'm just milky. You wanted that dark coat chocolate. Low key get hanging Tell them why you mad, baby. Tell them why you mad. Yeah, like us. Long distance, I be right here. Yeah, they ain't wrong. They know their limits. That's good. That keeps people from window shopping. I'm gonna hit you up. It's different. I'm at work. Yo, what are rent prices in Chicago? Like a nice place. Except for the gold dress. Oh. I'm gonna grow my locks out. I'm gonna grow my hair out so you can braid it so I can get it locked up again. Huh? I can't put you to work? Oh. I'll see what we have here. Start. That'd be a conflict of interest. I don't like business with pleasure. But there's something about you that I like. Lord knows what it is. It's something. We get into it. Find some expensive stuff at Marshall's. Working out. I'll put you on the tablet. How was very good at it, but you know. Not a flirt. Girls really don't know how to flirt. right. If you say I haven't, I have to believe you. Because so you don't feel like you've been flirted. That's what you're telling me. I've been flirting, but you don't feel like that I've been flirting with you. That's what I'm telling you. Is this true? That's all you remember from the last, how long we go? 33. That's a form of flirting. Get you all worked up. You know it's your client. You know the experience is just as important as the answer. You know that. The experience is just as important as the answer. I need you to dial it in, okay? Let's go. Kira, do you have a soft touch? I should ask your client. Over there, her. Is she falling asleep? Oh, that's a soft touch. Okay, all right. I like that. Huh? I'm not growing my shit up. You gotta worry about that. I'm not doing that again. I had locks for 10 years. I'm good. I'm done. I like going that up. Not a wooden cat. Right-handed? So you're not ambidextrous, that's what you're saying. Ambidextrous. Basically, you do the same thing with both hands, right? Throw. Not good. That's bullshit. I call bullshit. You just said your non-dominant hand you can break that. That's crazy talk. So that means you can your right just as good as with your left hand as you can with your right. So that means your right hand, that means your penmanship is so good with your right hand that it'll put George Washington's letters to shame. That is wild that they don't teach that. Okay, alright. Got a little bit of talent on you. Many layers to this woman, is there? Oh, you can make a drink, can't sing, can't dance, right? Good, make a drink. No. Oh, can't sing, won't dance. Okay. And you can make a mean drink. What's a drink? What's a drink of else? What's your specialty? Oh, what? Amaretto sour. What's that consist of? What's in it? Lager. Corn? An egg? Alright, run this down for me. Amaretto sour. Amaretto, lemon juice, and sweet syrup, maple syrup, and often bourbon for added complexity with a whipped egg, right? Frothy top. Damn. You did tell me, but I'm trying to look at this thing like I want an image. Okay. A little lemon, a little orange peel garnish. Whipped egg. I gotta try that. That looks interesting. At the moment, oh, at the moment, my favorite mixed drink is a Vesper Martini. A Vesper Martini. At the moment, my favorite is a double blended vet. A double blended Scotch whiskey blend. So do get an Amaretto sour when you go out? That's your drink when you like to go out? Huh? Oh, lemon drop. Oh, I gotta stop and take a half-hour break. So let's see. 8 hours. So it's about 2 hours. Not 4.5 hours left. Time to take a break. If I gotta get something. Oh, I need to go to Walmart. I need water. Travis. Hello? Say something to me? Oh. Oh. I mean, you know, since we're on the phone, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like it. Yeah. You said DTMO? DPMO. Oh, another acronym. Interesting. That's nice. You call me on the phone, not talk to me, and then DPMO me? We was moving so smooth. All of a sudden, something happened. Who texted me? Sure did. You're not gonna bless me? You're gonna ask me if I blew my nose and not bless me? That's it. Well, I'm asking for it. So give it to me. Amen. Get all the blessings I can get. I do pray for you. It might be a little bit of a selfish prayer, but it's a prayer nonetheless. That's between me and the good Lord. I don't share my prayers with you. I'll pray for you. And figuratively. Oh. If the Lord sees fit, you'll fit right in. What will be, will be. Well, I thought we wasn't doing that. I'm gonna get you. I'll get you a kazoo. So you can get that first note together. That's all you need. You get that first note so you get your pitch right. And I think you'll be okay. Regular cruise too. You never been to church? Said your mama never took you to church. You're welcome. So who took you to church? Okay. Okay. If you're sharing. What divulge all the information I asked. Something about me, people just want to tell me everything. Huh? I don't know. You gotta ask the people that got punched in the face. That's true. I don't need to fight. No reason to fight. If somebody do something, you're gonna put me in a situation where I have to defend myself. I mean, you ask. I got questions too. No, you didn't go through this last night. No, you didn't. Not with me. Don't you say I try to put your previous relationship problems in my lap. Oh, Jesus. No, I didn't. I'm asking the Lord for help. I'm trying to get Satan behind me. Why? Why? I need help. I need help. Because I got this unruly spirit in front of me that I can seem to calm down. It's working. I said his name enough. And I see things have settled down. It works every time. All that traffic for no purpose. So you got a firm grasp of reality. I like that. I like that. That you got a firm grasp of reality. Well, that's what you said. You said people don't be singing. Like God. Ooh, Kalahari, we got one by me. Yep. Is that where you were? Yep. You gotta come to Red Wolf Lodge in Kalahari. Go past that lake house. Oh yeah, Great Wolf Lodge right there. See? Should have stayed one more day. I'd have stopped at that lodge. This is true. Sacrifices must be made. Oh, they got the outlets over here. I have to stop at that manufacturing store. That's what you were when you talked to the manufacturing store. You said your dad proceeded to confirm he was at the Nike store? I ain't asking for what they have to say about what you want us. Jellystone Park. Drive, windows down. What? What happened? I detail my car. I said my car, and you assume I'm talking about my truck. No, if I want to detail my truck, I said I want to detail my truck. I need you to pay attention, okay? Lies you tell. Lies you tell. Oh, so you felt like my phone was breaking up after you repeated me word for word verbatim. Well, I ain't stupid. August in the Jamaican sun. Huh? I think that was still going in the bartender took one next to the other. Imagine. Yeah, because she said the same thing. And I don't take pictures. Well, I don't take pictures at all. Hey, hey. Don't do that. I didn't compare. I didn't contrast. She said the same thing you said. I don't take pictures. She was right though. So where did you go back? Okay. I'm set. This isn't fair. Talk to me about all your men problems. I can't talk to you about it. Yeah. Say talk to them all the time. And then you're talking to that other guys that want to do the shit. Yeah, that's all you've been talking to me about. It's not fair. You are on the journey. I see growth is growing inside of you. Just that statement alone shows that you are growing. I'm proud of you. That applause is for you. For your growth. I told you I was rooting for you. Huh? Yeah, we know. We know. Yeah. Oh, my ex. You know what I need? I need a nice massage. I need a nice forehead 2-hour massage. Where you just fall asleep on the table. Rub all these knots out of my back. Oh my god. Whew. It's rough work being a man, you know that? Good answer. Good answer. You gotta throw these questions out when you meet people on that black site. You don't want to mess around and find a button at 9. You're silent. See the world. So what's some binge-worthy TV that you've been watching?